Recognize he needs to back up. I just love what I'm seeing from Incognito.
This is a bolsterous 6-17 lead for Incognito as they are in full control in the early goings of this one. A little repulsor there made it tricky for Talik. Will go down. Doing a lot of that here today. Jackson now live in the backside of A. This is where, Eli, talk to me about the game state. 8-20. This is where you play from the lead, and the other team has to chase. Now, I know it's not an objective where you have to overextend into a base to grab a flag or something like that, but there's still something to be said for playing from ahead in a Slayer. What is it?
But you just got to keep your foot on the gas. You cannot just slow down and get too comfortable on the map. A team like TSM will completely change the game state on you if allowed. So you have to continually put them in the blender, continue to focus on these power-ups. Don't give them an inch, especially a team like TSM will take a mile if you get lazy for even a second, as TSM have closed the gap a little bit here, but still don't really have any tools to make their journey any easier. Incognito have switched to the back foot though. How does TSM play from here?
Yeah, and there's another example of what this lead affords you for Jackson. You could actually make the argument it was a net positive for him going down with the camo. It's not something you'd usually hear, but with a 10-kill lead, just keeping that power up out of the hands of TSM, I'd argue is a net win for them. As Talik now on the C platform. Remote detonation, tricky. Very heads up play, chest like with the shot as Talik earns a slay, but he's gonna need a killionaire's worth of remote detonations to get back in this one. Still down 9.
Yeah, 9 has been the lead pretty consistently so far for Incognito. That can change though. When Talik has the sniper, just needs to land a couple slays. I like that Incognito's not giving them anything though. They're not just holding forward. I did say you got to keep your foot on the gas, but you've also got to recognize a situation where you can set a trap, but Talik with the body shot into headshot combination tries to do it again. That damage might get followed up on by a teammate. Yeah, Soul Snipe swinging in, trying to close it up. Druk going in on the opposite side. Now they've cut the lead down to 8. Still a lot of work to be done.
We talked about how efficient the bait and switch was for TSM in that winter semifinals, and then in game 1, Incognito seemed to be better at it, and then there on the garage door, Incognito seemed to have better execution, almost baiting TSM into 1v2s that they have no hope or chance of winning. Soul Snipe tries to chase out the damage from the QT user, tosses a frag out that doesn't connect or get through the door. As Talik now down by 9, Eli, with 6 shots in the sniper. This is what could bring TSM back, and he's been good with it. He's been able to land body shots and or headshots, but he goes down. That's a massive takedown for Incognito. Just simply burning the snipe and keeping it off the map is going to be another win condition for them.
It's a great point. You got to imagine when you're down this much, a tool like the sniper rifle, sometimes the only way you're going to get back into it, a few uncontested, just clean headshots without taking damage, can lead to a lot more value. But when that snipe is in the hands of the team that has the lead, it's not going to be an option. It has now gone back to an 11-kill lead for Incognito. Sniper still in the hands of Precision as well.
Now look at Piggy, man, still doing his thing with the assists. Second highest for Incognito, but he's doubly positive. 12, 6, and 6 in total. Piggy's been stepping up his game here in game number 2. It's a big reason why.
Oh my god.
Incognito have a big lead, and now his survivability looks just as impressive. He forces Druk to chase that out. He's not going to be worse for the wear. But look at this. It's the first camo of the game for TSM, and we talked about the snipe. We talked about the camo. There's going to be 2 keys to coming back. They've got 1 in their back pocket, and they're only down 5.
This is all of a sudden extremely doable, as TSM just got 6 kills uncontested, I believe. Jackson finding 1 though to try to right the ship a little bit. That's massive.
What's up, Ghost Tom?
How's
it going, brother?
But he gets traded out. All of these trades, good for
I'm doing great, brother.
All they really need to do
I'm
is
doing
continue
great. I
to
appreciate you asking. Well, it's good, man. Good to see you in the chat. I feel like it's been a while.
Gets that one, has to run
How
away
you been,
though,
man?
as the rest of Incognito are certainly here to chase him down. And I just keep seeing Jackson in the kill feed with these clutch kills, man. Jackson has been that guy that in situations where TSM start to get momentum, he's been the one that gets the opening break slay to keep Incognito in firm control of this game.
Oh man, this one feels close, but we're nearing the end
said, "Oh,
of
man."
game number 2. So the rope shortening for TSM to climb out of the hole they've created, and it's gonna get even deeper. Going 6 feet deep times 4. That's 24 feet of death as TSM go 4 down and Incognito regain their stronghold on this Slayer.
So impressed by their resilience. It's easy to just kind of back down to a team like TSM. By the way, TSM just get 3 dead, have not traded any of these out, so all of a sudden
4-kill game.
Yeah, it's a 4-kill game. It's gonna be a 3-kill game.
Oh my god.
And the sniper just trades hands. I don't know, did Soul Snipe not see that, or he just doesn't want to grab it yet? Okay, wanted to get his shields back before he rotates back. Runs past it again, just favoring the bandit with his squad. They could tie this up. No, once again, some clutch kills come through for Incognito. Precision being such a difficult kill. Finally gets taken down, but I think he wasted enough time. Piggy can clean this up.
Oh
that was
my
so
lord.
from Precision.
What is going on?
The bait switch is too strong. Jackson comes in and cleans it up instead. Good shots on the Manny. Another bait and switch secured.
Bro, this is the milkiest shit I've ever seen.
Characteristic of TSM, it's like it's been mono snapped out of them and given to Incognito as they will take number 2 in Eli. That's one of those traditional. You can't win a Slayer early, but you can lose it, and try as they might, despite the incredible pace of comeback from TSM, it just went down too big, too early.
You're exactly right, but I am
doing good. Hey, I'm glad to hear it, bro.
The resilience of Incognito in those moments.
Watching your
yes,
YouTube video,
started to turn
playing with
TSM,
Eli. Hell yeah,
but
bro.
I mean, watch this play from Precision.
I actually
I'm calling that the Precision corner now. He just earned himself
I'll have
a call.
plenty of videos with Eli coming out over the next couple weeks.
I know his girlfriend's watching.
We've been playing a lot recently
too. I mean, putting on a show for somebody. But look at this movement.
This was Ola-esque. This was very Ola-esque.
Oh my. Okay, so he sits there, the crouch to the side. He's being so difficult. Soul Snipe doesn't know where to put the crosshair. Like,
look at that.
And then throws the nade angle off of the staircase as well.
Can we go back? Can we go back just a second, Louis? I know I'm oh, okay. Wow. Asking you shall receive. This is one of the most interesting skill sets of Precision. Here's that Gears of War wallbang strafe, where it looks like it's like beyond a jiggle peek, and it's like something completely different. My God, Precision. That is a Gears of War champion showing his stuff in a Halo series here against TSM.
Is he a champion? Did he win events in Gears? Man, I know he played Gears, but did he win events?
Moment for Soul Snipe as well. I mean, he's just like, yeah, you got it, bro. I mean, what else can you say to that? Like, he's just wasted his time so effectively in a way that he just could not recover. And I mean, there was, I wanted to shout out Jackson as well, because like I said, there are so many situations where TSM are starting to roll, and then all of a sudden it's Jackson gets a kill in the kill feed. Okay, that completely stifles their momentum. Incognito get a couple more trades in the process. TSM get control again, and then guess what? It's Jackson getting the first kill once again. So we didn't get to see his POV that much, but I know for sure he was getting some clutch slays in moments that were highly consequential for Incognito.
Yeah, and that's Precision's fiance watching from the chat. So congrats on the nuptials. Hope you guys have a wonderful life together and a great marriage, but celebration might be in store a little early here, as Incognito might just stamp their way to the grand final. They've already stamped their ticket to pool play at DreamHack.
I was just peeping. Apparently that brother Insight threw out the first pitch at the Blue Jays game yesterday.
Okay,
interesting.
What's up, Beast? They need to get good snipe control. Descendant, though, has been a monster ever since this map came out. I've seen some crazy clips from Descendant on this map. I mean, really any map with a sniper or double snipers, you can count on Descendant to pop off. But TSM needs to right the ship here. They had a great series against Gen G, but so far this roster Incognito has been a little bit too much for them to handle.
Oh, if not
how we doing today? Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's chilling.
Like one of those flip starters from Descendant, but instead he'll be stopped and sent back to the respawn screen. So too are 3 of 4 members of Incognito, so that's going to give the bomb TSM and more space on the map to do things like this. Pollock with another nasty headshot. Descendant just came off of spawn and he's going right back to the respawn screen. This is looking like a potential score for TSM.
They got more work to do, though. Need to get a couple rounds of slays before they can plant it. That's why the bomb will just sit there for now. Druck has a sniper that he found. Finds a body shot after the headshot as well. Can't turn it into 2, though. Descendant and Precision keeping each other alive. But Slay's still leaning in favor of TSM, but no, Incognito shut it down. Wow. It's a 4 dead, and they're going to reset this bomb off the side of the map. No,
Fortress bomb.
Unbelievable. It really looked like TSM were on the verge of at least getting a chance to cap it. They hardly even got that. So Incognito off of spawn. Do a great job with their defensive effort. reset that oddball, and you're right. Maybe they do wish they had reset it because it hasn't gotten quite to the middle of the map, and now the OS is up there too. That's a big change that Halo Studios made, and it's made this a much more palatable game type.
Yeah, great job from Halo Studios. This game mode much easier to play now as a competitor and a viewer. Still no points on the board though, and that's what the changes were designed to increase, but that just goes to show how closely these two teams are matched.
Nice shots.
Descendant was
Oh my god!
Double kill.
Descendant somehow just upped the shots per minute, or the RPM of that bandit rifle. It's almost like he was finding double shots, Eli. I know you can appreciate that.
I mean, I just got some double shots yesterday at the Halo 2 lane. I'm witnessing them still here in Infinite, but that was just a rescope masterclass. The confidence on this man to even reach out in that spot is off the charts. I mean,
Bro, everyone's getting fired. What the fuck?
In that fight and still taking it, just having the belief that you're going to be the one that comes out on top. I mean, that says a lot.
Despite the big
Motherfucker
play,
said
the big
believe.
precision, it's TSM that now have the bomb in the base of Incognito, or at least on their side of the map. But after getting wiped,
We're
like
supposed to be
back and
Incognitus.
forth we go. No team able to find points easily. It's going to come down to a hard-fought effort. And Precision, he just found the new snipe. Precision just found another snipe. Headshot. Body shot for the double kill. Doesn't need to look for it.
This is an arm.
Because they're all dead.
This is an arm.
Incognito. 1-0.
That was like the most perfect 4 dead I've ever seen.
Well, I mean, they've got full map control.
Like, that was like the most easy, low-pressure arm I've ever seen.
Reeling. Piggy tries to grab the new sniper. Should have maybe just thrown it off the map, but no. It looks like the rest of the team is here. Maybe Jackson picks this up as well. Precision, though, with the sniper, and he sees Druk
Now Druk just running the ball to the other base.
And look at this.
That's not a horrible play.
Backwards.
They sniff it out, but it's not a horrible play to try to get his boys out the base.
Last player alive. Descendant. It's going to get shot in the side of the head.
Oh my god.
Can he get the quick scope? No, doesn't pull the trigger. Has to reroute and stay alive.
That nade was
how
big.
all of Incognito was going to have to come back to their base, but I actually like the positioning of Descendant and Precision to stay on the 50-yard line and inside the base of Incognito. Precision does two things there. He pulls TSM back with that, and he also has a great line of sight through the middle of the map.
Oh my god, they're arming again.
Because of that, it's Yaxit inside of the cap point looking to score again. That is nuts. It was just
They're
on
not gonna get that one,
TSM's
though.
hands to tie things up at 1, but my god,
That's
it's
going off the map.
Incognito on the offensive instead. How did they form that
These boys
play?
just, bro, they cannot even get out of their
Like you said,
base.
just holding the center of the map does a few things. You still have a clear line of sight to the arm zone.
This
where you
also,
look
like,
backwards in your own base.
this is the most
But also,
spawn
if you
trap
win
in
the
this
fight,
map.
You can quickly advance the bomb across the other side.
I swear to God, bro.
Manipulate the spawns as you wish to
We
see.
thought, like,
And that's exactly
we
what
thought
saw
Pit
from
was
Incognito.
bad.
It doesn't ultimately lead to a full bomb plants, but TSM still sucks.
but bro, this shit is crazy.
Unbelievable. Full snipe.
Like, it's so easy
From
to
a
just
repulsor.
pin a
Finds
team
one.
completely in their
Looks
base.
to stay alive in the snipe tower. Pollock now. The defensive effort just needs to clear the bomb out of the base, and it's going to be in Manny's hands. Do just that. Needs to win that on precision, but no, Druk has his back instead. So the teamwork, that bait and switch
3,
that
10,
we
and
saw
10,
that was
bro.
on point. Guys for TSM on the line of death, but not going down because of that teamwork. They're starting to find it back again. Will it be enough, though, to tie things up 50 seconds away from the halfway mark?
6-minute mark is going to be crucial here. 30 seconds till both snipers and overshield spawn. Keep in mind the timer can be a little bit weird on this game mode because the timer does pause as the bomb's being armed. So got to be paying attention to those respawn timers, especially if you're the coach here. So 12 seconds for these items to spawn. I think both teams going to try to stay alive as that juncture comes into play, but it's Incognito with 3 dead for TSM, and they're all 4 alive.
And
They
they're
should get
fucking
everything.
moving.
And
Yeah, they have
they're gonna
everything.
Get the overshield. They might even get a bomb.
And they get first kill.
The snipe as well. They could steal.
This is us. This is us.
But the hearts
Woo.
and souls of TSM
I did not like that,
as
bro.
Descendant does
My brother
just
had a
that.
lot
He's
of
got a
trust in
little
his boys to just
sliver of
fucking
OS left
stick
to
his
work
back
with.
out
So
like
one
that.
shot he could afford to take and still feel like he's in it.
Okay, what the
As he
hell is
takes
going
that shot,
on?
but still has full shields. It's
Oh,
in
no.
the fight and into the back of Soul Snipe with the no-scope melee. Descendant making things rather difficult for TSM on the defensive
What
effort.
the hell is
Up
happening?
1-0, Incognito using offense, Eli, as the best form of D.
Oh, and he gets ready to play it. Oh,
This tricky window jump.
and he throws it off. Does
Can
he?
you imagine if he hits that? He almost stayed on the map
I
as
did.
well.
I did.
I
I
know.
saw
Oh,
it.
that's so
I thought
sick.
it was gonna
That's
go
such a
down,
ratty
man.
play.
Anytime Descendant starts pulling some fluky, tricky stuff. He's one of the kids that can land it.
That's so sick, bro.
Whew, that was exciting. Okay, back to square one though. We still got time for TSM to come back, but this has been the incognito show so far in this winner's finals. They've just had the stuff, man. They've had TSM scratching their heads in some of these situations. Jackson gonna see if he can.
He said these boys got the right stuff.
Positioning. Piggy finds a sniper. He's got 6 bullets in it.
No NASA.
See what Piggy can do with it. We haven't seen him with the sniper too much. But we know he can pop off with it as well.
That's a good live.
Few weak opponents scattered across the battlefield for TSM, and they will get cleaned up. 2v2, even fight for now, but Piggy has the advantage in the form of that snipe. Taking his sights to the top side of the ring. Now gets shot down. You're gonna have to retreat.
Where the fuck is
The
everyone?
rest of his teammates. Overshield is up as well. And when you're up 1-0, Eli, you don't feel stressed and pressed to just try to get that bomb into the base. You can play your
Also, do we
process
like
a little
this
bit more
Nornfang
smoothly,
skin?
Play for this overshield security.
I kind of don't think I like it
make,
that much. I'm not gonna lie.
Move on your way. And it looks like that's exactly what Incognito has done. Piggy has not gone down yet with that snipe. And it looks like the OS might just go to TSM instead. This would be a reversal of fortune.
Yeah, I like the way Piggy played that situation. Lands a lot of body shots. Would have liked to find a headshot somewhere.
And for all that
along the
bullshit,
way,
I mean, it's only a 1-0 game.
A bit extra ammo on his way down.
There's a lot of game left.
But you're right. It
TSM could still turn
as
this
much
around.
as he would have liked. Talik finds the sniper on the ground. He's gonna pick that up fine. He's got 1 bullet left. But
Now
the
you're gonna get to use
overshield has
it.
been depleted. It's 3 dead for TSM.
And they go
what
3
looked
dead.
Like a bad situation for Incognito has been turned around. That has been the story of this entire series. When it looks like TSM are about to be in a great position, Incognito find the answer every single time. It's got to feel suffocating.
Bro,
for
he
TSM.
G-slid down those stairs
Just
so
can't
fast.
get much off of their advantage state, and this is a momentum-based team, so that's got to hurt.
Yeah, TSM kind of looking like a birthday balloon.
Yo, Ease, how you
3
doing
weeks
today, bro?
after the party, a little deflated. As Precision hit the fists, starting the bomb.
Oh, good
repulse.
repulse.
Actually gives him a shield advantage, I would believe, in this situation, and it does.
That's such a good play.
Precision still staying alive.
Bro, Precision is like that.
From bad to worse
Shout out
for
to
TSM.
Precision.
A 2-0 advantage for Incognito would all but end this game. And again, Eli, I'm going to say it again. Offense has been their form of defense.
Rough day at Rocket
Incognito
League.
have not
So what?
let off the gas.
You've been playing some ranks,
TSM
like
just
in Rocket
trying
League.
to get out of their base for the vast majority of this game.
Been chilling today.
They're arming the bomb again, by the way. They get 3 dead. Druck, last player. Okay, Druck gets a clutch kill onto Precision. Is it going to be
a
headshot?
And that's an arm.
Oh my God.
And that
Incognito
will probably be
moving
game
Druck
unless
on the map like
TSM
he's
does
a
some
chess
crazy
piece. It's like
shit.
they wanted him to go there. He got drawn in by the invisible hand into the hard scope free fire of Descendant. But despite that, 4 go down. But despite that 4 down, it was the cap and the bomb score that was the reason they went 4 down. They utilized all their resources to double up on the advantage. And Manny goes down.
Did he just insta himself?
Self-inflicted wound. He got the freaking insta-splode that went back at him. I've never seen that.
Reverse insta-splode. That I've never seen that either.
I've never seen that either.
Man.
I've never seen somebody insta-splode themselves.
Like it would be hard to recreate that on purpose.
That's what I'm saying. I deadass was not even sure what I was looking
before.
at.
I didn't even know that. I've never seen an insta-splode go backwards. It always skips forward like a rock on the lake.
Never seen that.
Man, this has been really, really tough for TSM.
That's crazy.
Trying to visualize a path to a comeback. Maybe it starts here.
Yeah, this looks like a free arm. I'm not going to lie. 4 dead with perfect timing. Bomb's already on the plant zone. Can they make it 2, though? That's the question.
2 minutes left. In a 1-score game, as TSM have shown us some life here. And Incognito go 3 down, so 2 to TSM. Soul Snipe versus Precision in a 1v1 for the bomb control. Sendit spawns up, takes his sights, the top tower, looking out across the base towards the expected spawns of TSM, but they're behind him. Druck has his back, and Druck should have him down. If not for Talik, Talik might get the slay instead. Druck goes down. So the teamwork has again been much better. How does Descendant stay alive right here? And he's gonna get the slay off of Spawn on Soul Snipe. Descendant should have been dead seconds ago.
Descendant had actually got a double kill to clear his side before he went to the tower. That was a huge play. And all from that, Incognito are once again in the base of TSM. TSM in a position where they just have to try to force this.
But why'd you say it was a rough day, Ease?
Incognito won't let it happen. Descendant is the
Just
guardian that
tough
says
games.
you shall not pass. 28 and 14,
Hey, baby.
doubled up in the KD department with 12 assists to boot and a bomb arm. Minute remaining. This is still technically doable, but they've got a lot to work on here if they're going to come back for TSM.
From Guardian, the guards defending the fortress incognito do not advance on the map. They're going to hold the line and really shift their strategy into the defensive form. Descendant letting out for the snipe. A few headshots here could end any hope of a comeback from TSM. Just getting a double body shot might just be enough. Descendant's the last player alive. He goes 4 down, and TSM can advance this.
Wait.
Left in an OS. Talik needs to G-slide his way into the cap zone. They might just tie it.
No, he's going to get melted. He's going to get melted. Yeah, he can't arm it. Manny gets one.
This is smart from Talik. They know the timing's not quite there. Might want to pick it back up and arm it a little bit more. No, instead decides to rotate through.
Descendant gets one. Oh, no, but Piggy shoots the nades.
And he's going to chuck the bomb out of the zone.
He dies, though.
I think that's
Druck's still alive. 4 dead. Wait, they have to touch. Talik's on it. 2 seconds. Oh my god, Druck! Oh my god, Druck! Oh my god, Druck! What the hell?
Oh my god, it looked like Piggy had saved the game, but with seconds to spare, TSM...
What was that?
3 minutes added to the regulation clock. This is insane.
No shot. There is no way, man. The ESPN index had a 99.9% chance for Incognito winning this, but they're 99.9% on the death
What
screen.
the fuck is going on?
Down just about, and they're back attacking. TSM attack. No way.
Wait, they're arming it.
They're securing
Oh my god.
They might just do it.
Oh my god, no way. Wait, they get 2. They stop it. Wait, Manny's still here. They throw it out.
The bomb gets reset out towards the pillar, and
they're gonna hold. Bro, I need to see a goddamn win probability index. I need to see the chart on this one. What the fuck is going on?
What am I watching? If you guys are not watching Halo Esports, what are you doing? This is insane right now. Okay, Incognito changing the situation. They've got 3 dead now. Have a chance to move the bomb in. They're trying to shut down Druck. They do so.
Oh my god.
Comes off spawn. They might just close it right here.
Oh my god, and they're all 4 standing on it. I mean, there's nothing they can do.
They flip the spawn. I think that's gonna be it. Manny has the repulse.
He repulses the nades, and that's it. What the fuck was any of that?
In an unbelievable fashion.
Wow, that was absolutely
To
incredible
close the
from
fucking
both
series.
Squads, but TSM almost getting a game off out of. Wow, that was absolutely incredible, guys. Incognito move on to the grand finals. We have to break
What the
down.
fuck?
We have to break down that game 4. What happened here?
I mean, so much.
That shit was
This
nuts.
is the point in the game
Oh my god.
where Druck hits the clutch snipe right here, shuts down
Both
precision,
shots.
the
So
double,
first,
quick
the shot
scope.
on the heady
As the
guy
being armed, the clock
was
had
sick.
been paused.
That was
Here
sick
they
by
almost
itself.
do it again.
The second,
Piggy
the
gets
fadeaway shot
confirmation
on the
on
guy
this,
back
no, it might
ramp,
have been the previous play. They finally
or snipe ramp.
switched the entire
That was
map
huge.
around, and yeah, precision's repulse. This is
What a
the point in
game. What the
Had
fuck?
he not repulsed this singular grenade,
That was
we might
insane.
Still be watching this game transpire, but perfectly executed. Use
Yeah,
of utility
that's
there
tough
from
ease.
Precision
Sorry, I just read that.
is gonna finally
That's
close that
tough.
one out.
But wow, what the fuck?
35 and 20. Gross. This guy was popping off.
Wow, we saw an incredible, we saw Incognito being dominant most of the series with a little bit of life here from TSM at the end, but they've taken them down now. They've secured themselves a spot in the DreamHack, not just the DreamHack pool play, but in the qualifier grand finals. What does this win against TSM say about this Incognito squad, Mac?
Well, I'm usually the one that's like a little too hype and getting told by Eli, like, reel it in, brother, reel it in. I'm going to reel it in for Incognito here because of their performance on land. They had the 5th, 6th seed going into Arlington and then placed top 16 on land. So because of not revisionist history, but actual history, I'm going to pull the Jets a little bit. Incognito, They do look phenomenal.
Incognito goes to the finals.
I mean, this is a TSM roster that after 3-0ing Gen G, I thought was going to put up a lot more of a fight, at least get us to a game 5. But we have to remind ourselves we are on air and on sea. We are online right now, so that's my big question, Eli and Ali. Did Incognito duplicate this result on land? If so, they look like a team that could hold on to that seed at 5th, 6th.
Eli, what's your answer?
I mean, I think that two members of this team, I think that all members of this team have a bad taste in their mouth about what happened in Arlington, and they're going to come back to Texas with a chip on their shoulder and try to change their own storylines, because it hurts, man. Coming into a tournament with 5th seed and then falling out that early, unable to make anything happen in pool play, that's gotta hurt. So now in a position where they can right those wrongs, and they got that experience. They had some time on land. They've had time to reflect on it. They know what went wrong, and it looks like they're making some progress to correct those mistakes.
Well, what did Incognito do right this series to put a stop to a TSM that had just won an incredible series just before?
Well, I mean, Halo's a team game, and it's very hard to have your hero moments, but
All right, well, that was
I'm
insane.
putting Descendant on
All
the
right,
pedestal.
I'll be right back, bro. I mean, just a second,
19.0 KDA at the wrap-up of that game number 3. He was the guy with the snipe in the tower that was stealing the hearts and souls of TSM, and granted, while everybody for Incognito played great, it was really Descendant for me who stuck out as a rising superstar here in Halo.
Well, Eli, you called out Precision and Descendant as a duo that's getting back together. So what do they bring to this Incognito squad for you?
I mean, insane slaying power. These two kids are on the come up. I mean, Precision's been proving himself for years in another game on Gears of War. He's always been near the top of the individual skill for Halo Infinite as well, in my opinion. Descendant, another one of those guys. I think he's grown so much over the past couple of years. Their slaying power is insane. Their individual skill, their movement, their way that they just understand how to navigate tactical situations is really impressive. And I think that any team that runs into these two is going to have a hard time knowing how to shut them down. I feel like they find very creative ways to turn the tide in fights. We saw that multiple times from both these players throughout the series, and you just got to find a way to play against it.
Well, using that, they have positioned themselves into the grand finals here today in the qualifier. TSM dropping down to the lower bracket side. We're gonna hop on over to watch the lower semifinals now. It's gonna be Cloud9. One second, guys. I'm gonna get Cloud9 versus Gen G confirmed as our next series in the semi-final. So that's what's up next. Mac and Eli, it was awesome having you guys back here today, and we're gonna see you guys on the next one. We're gonna bring in Tools and is it Tony? Tools and Tony? Yeah, Tools and Tony. After this, so thank you so much for joining us. Once again, we brought the morning squad back together. We're gonna take a quick break as we get ready for that next series. See you guys after this.
Something I've been chasing, dreaming,
You're watching the NAHCS DreamHack qualifier, and it's Championship Sunday. We're hopping on over to the lower bracket side. It's elimination semifinals time. Cloud9 versus Gen G, and to guide us through it, we have Tony and Tools coming right in.
Yo, what is up? What is up? Just sat down. I'm ready to go. With the action has been absolutely crazy, and you both are looking mighty fine today. What's up, y'all? I gotta redo my hair or something. What's going on?
Well, I'm feeling fresh because I got the gold LVT on. You know what I'm saying? You can't be coming out without the LVT shirt. You know what's up, chat? Get yours today.
Submission my merch in the chat, everybody. This Cloud9 versus Gen G series, there's a lot on the line for these squads. They're fighting their way through elimination semifinals right now. What are you guys' thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, so far the winners bracket has been absolutely fantastic, and I know we kind of talk about it. This lower bracket is set up to be amazing, and the match already started. Oh my gosh, match is already going.
We have indeed started. Elimination semifinals are underway. Gen G versus Cloud9.
All right, Gen G going against Cloud9. It's game number 1, and am I seeing a little bit of a lead? Am I seeing a 1-0 lead in favor of Gen G? Wait, the game just started. It's less than a minute has gone by, and Gen G already have a flag cap in? Or bomb cap, excuse me.
Yeah, like what, 30 seconds into the game? I mean, how efficient can you be? I mean, this is like patented Riot Noob stuff. Yeah, he's always fast to get into the action, and a little unfortunate didn't get to see the first 30 seconds because, I mean, that might have been the most efficient thing I've seen in a bomb yet. That's crazy, Tony.
Wow. Gen G firing on all cylinders. I mean, they were pretty damn good at Arlington and somehow just getting better and better. In 2025, we still got a lot left in the year here as Breaking Shot looking to push up over toward the ring.
Okay, I returned. Apologies, everyone.
Pressure takes 2 of Cloud9 to take him down.
King Nick, wow.
I was talking to my lady for a second.
He just threw
And
that
also,
explode in. He wants to get
we may have just taken a shot.
Try to force out some favorable spawns.
It's a little bit of tipsy Halo watching for the rest of the day. I'm not gonna lie. What's good, Brandon? May the 4th be with you. Happy Star Wars Day, everyone.
Getting to their spots at the right time. Overshield now.
Yo, what's everybody doing for StarArs Day?
Able to grab it with no
Anybody doing anything?
Overshield in the hands of Septify right now. Doesn't want to overextend just yet. He wants to make sure that.
Oh, did I miss something, Ease?
That kill, and now
Did he say some crazy shit?
Breaking Shot could mean that bomb's moving forward. Trust his teammate in order to do it. He got some bombs to be planting here. Gen G started off on the right foot, and looks like Cloud9 are looking to match that energy.
I like this movement from Septify getting to this back base.
But Brandon, how you doing, brother?
A nuisance,
What's good today?
It's Gen G going 3 wide into the corner. They are all stacked.
You bought a Death Star
goal
goal explosion in Rocket League? I mean, that sounds fucking fire.
Gonna be coming in. There's King Nick on the
As in, like, you bought it today, or you just already have that?
King Nick.
They also, bro, I didn't realize they have a whole bunch of Star Wars shit in Destiny. You can get Darth Vader's TIE Fighter as like your ship in Destiny. You can get a Death Star as your ghost. They have like Anakin's speeder as like a sparrow. Oh, you got it today? Yeah, so I guess it was like a May 4th thing. Imperial March is the goal song is fire, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, Lethal comes down for 1 second. He gets demolished. Breaking Shot able to use that sniper to eventually get them out of what was a very sticky situation. But you're feeling that pressure that Septify is providing right now.
So not sure I want a TIE Fighter as a ship. Well, it wasn't like the regular, it wasn't like the square TIE Fighter. It was like the Vader TIE Fighter, like the advanced one that has like the angled wings.
And he's not done. We got to see it from ultimately Cloud9's point of view. Breaking Shot.
Yeah, I agree. I don't like how the TIE Fighters look, I'm not gonna lie. Them square ass wings.
Gen G have successfully infiltrated the base, and with Breaking Shot shooting like this, it's about to be real bad for C9.
Being hidden underneath, gonna try
okay,
to off guard,
bro. Instead of weapon swapping him normally, he fucking bodies him twice. This guy's demented.
I believe it's Septify once again that just.
I'm taking a rip real quick.
There was no one there to stop him.
Also, Vitality is 10-5 on Falcons in Game 5 at the Blast CS event.
Breaking Shot was almost the overkill, so despite the crazy snipes we're
We might have to watch the end of it.
Cloud9 still have the advantage.
Tony, I just want to point out, We saw Septify. He got a triple, but on the other side, his opponent also was like on a triple. It was like overkill versus overkill action there for a second. Multi-kills everywhere, but one thing's remaining the same. That bomb is not moving on this map. It's been perpetually stuck at the middle of the map. Neither side really being able to get that movement necessary.
As of right now, it seems like a stalemate.
What's up, Kenny?
But as the slates
Welcome to the Madhouse,
down,
brother.
One team gets a bit of an advantage.
How you doing?
We could see
Welcome to the party.
going on here. Bomb sits
Yo,
over
should we
on the
play?
base, and you
Oh,
know
sorry, I just
that
punched my mic.
comfortable
Should
with
we play
that.
something for
A
Star Wars Day?
huge stick by King Nick sends him right back, but Boo Boo Doo on the cleanup. Boo Boo Doo has a couple members of Gen G in front of him, but Lethal navigates him.
Flicks though.
Lethal keeps
I guess we might not play anything on actual Star Wars Day because
I love this. Drop it. Try to find a couple more slays. Your team's not here.
We
yet.
have
You
tournament
gotta wait for
today.
them, and most importantly, try to stay alive. King Nick, though, able to get that trade and that bomb halfway, but still a lot of work ahead of Cloud9.
Breaking shot, moving that bomb away from the base here. It looks like Septify.
Yeah,
won,
Brandon.
but it's gonna off
That
the
shit's
map,
low-key
and
fire.
Apparently, so is breaking shot. A huge repulse out of Zabinator.
And now Sab's in a great spot, right? Sniper's coming up in 10 seconds. They're going to force those armory stair spawns. If they can move this bomb, they have a great shot. Especially, look at Rhino's on its very long flank at the moment, trying to get behind the opposing sniper. But if Cloud9 recognizes that, they can just move this bomb while he's out of the play. They're 3 down. Just go. Lethal recognizes it. Just move.
Overshield's grabbed. Lethal's moving that bomb. Common takes a whole lot of damage courtesy of the Overshield player. Boo Boo Doo wants to play more forward with it. Luckily, Sab has the sniper. He's going to clear a beautiful path. Then Boo Boo Doo starts to arm Common. Tries to stop him, but it's not going to happen. Lines him up. Sab gets not only the quick scope, but the bomb arm as well. Yes, there it was. Oh my, that scared me.
I mean, Cloud9 played that just about perfect, though, right? They got their sniper in the spot. They
That was
wanted
crazy.
easy snipe shots to try to finish that one off. Maybe losing a little bit more numbers than they would have liked, but that's about as clean as you can get on a Fortress bomb.
On board now with Lethal here. See, Common and Ryan working together. King Nick perfectly placed over toward the tower side. All this information being gathered here by
I know, right,
Lethal,
Kenny?
and King Nick wins a huge piv. Very important kill as Cloud9 look to stabilize.
And Cloud9's been doing an excellent job at that, stabilizing. We've seen Gen G throw a lot of pressure towards the opposing side, a lot of early overextensions. And Cloud9, I think, have started to figure out what that can lead to, the opportunities that come. And Septify has been brilliant in the middle of the map. He is consistently finding the most important slay for his team to start to move forward. But with that, we see it once again. Look at that. Ryan in the back base. It has been constant from Gen G. Ryan getting to this spot, this overextension to try to facilitate action early for his team, but
no, Sentinels left Halo after last year.
If you're here too early and that bomb doesn't move, right? That's my concern.
They did not
right now
field
for
another
Gen G.
team.
As of right now,
So we
Cloud9
lost
won to go 3 down.
Sentinels.
Ryan and
and
Common
we
gonna try to
gained
work together here. Meanwhile, Common
TSM
over on the mid side takes a lot of damage, but there's Ryan for the cleanup. A
and
wingman medal earned by Common.
somebody else.
Getting involved in every single
Gen
gunfight.
G.
Gonna get rewarded with an overshield. Now as he moves this bomb, maybe a little bit of a
We gained
fumble
some.
there, and now Cloud9 have a bit of a timing.
Oh, yeah, definitely
gap.
don't
They're able
blame
to
him.
Put down some max damage, and Ryan looking to do the same.
Ryan wants to get him out of this elbow spot, and wow, what a shot from him. That's going to be the first. Now, just has to worry about Septify as Breaking Shot comes in for the help. If they find both these kills and start moving up this bomb, this could be an easy plant, but that's oftentimes
No, they
the
officially
struggle for
withdrew.
teams is
They made an
get
announcement.
into their spots to get to that, theoretical best
Or,
farming spot.
yeah,
but
they
then
made
the
an
bomb
announcement
isn't
that they
there
weren't gonna
to
field a
help
team
them
this
finish
year.
that play.
So actually, to that point,
Breaking shot
yeah, I don't
after
think they
the
officially
yards to
withdrew from
finish off
Halo,
that headshot there. Meanwhile, King Nick, he's awfully
but
aggressive
they just
here.
said
Most
publicly
important
they were
player on
not
the
going to
map at
field
the
a
moment.
team.
Has some good shots on the
But obviously, like,
but
I don't know,
doesn't
they still might be
account for
involved in some of the
Septify taking a
content.
much closer
Or, well, I don't
angle.
really know what,
Multiple
but
go down here for Gen G. Cloud9
they still have, like,
should
their
be
team
able
packs and
to
stuff.
Get that bomb out of their base.
Yeah, that's great stabilizing efforts once again, right? They
And maybe that hints at the
basically
fact that,
unrelenting
like,
pressure for the last
maybe
minute
they'll
and a half
re-enter
of
the space.
gameplay.
Like
Not
maybe
only
they'll
do
field
they
a
get the
team
clear out of
like
their base,
next
but
year
they're
or
able
when
to
the next
stabilize
Halo
at the
game
right
comes out or
time
something
when
like that.
snipers
Like,
come up now,
we'll see.
They have a potential power weapon to help them facilitate some sort of offensive action.
Oh, you can't buy the skins anymore?
Huge pick
Okay,
on
bet.
Septify. Over on the low side right now, gets his shields back, so he's ready for another fight.
Because I remember in Halo 5, even if the packs weren't like front and center in the shop, you could still buy them. But I guess that's not the case anymore.
To this elbow once again, Septify, knowing how dangerous this can be.
Yeah, I'm glad I got the Sentinel skins as well.
No real worry about getting that bomb off the map. In fact,
that shit's godlike.
I was like gonna think maybe they're gonna try to opt to walk that forward, but off the map, reset once again, and overshield coming up in just 5 seconds. Cloud9's been very consistent on their power-up control, and that looks likely again as Gen G just went 3 down. Common will join them, and that's another basically free overshield.
Missed no-scope is an opportunity for Cloud9 to not only get the numbers, not only attack ring, but overshield and bomb. Now in the base of Gen G, all of that pressure that Gen G was putting on Cloud9 has now just been shifted back over to him. Boo Boo Doobu with some huge damage, trying to get a bit of information. Ryan was going to try to make a play to get this bomb away, but Boo Boo Doobu done got everyone one shot. Will they be knocked down?
I don't think Lethal was expecting a King Nick one-shot to over-challenge the way he did, but Cubs.
Yeah, I got a bunch of Sentinels merch. Shout out to that brother Dinosaur.
You can see Ryan trying to generate some space for his team to maybe get that further.
Oh yeah, that
away,
is dopies.
It's not going to work. Septify's back in.
Yeah, I got a Sentinels hat. I got a couple shirts. I got the Sen City hoodie from when, the Tox Sen team won Kansas City.
Uncomfortable position right now. It's Septify is just hitting shots. Perfect kill after perfect kill, knocking them down. Ryan have been breaking shot, gonna overextend, but Septify says, well, I have the bomb right here.
I also have some Sentinels like keychains and charms and shit like that, like some small stuff. Again, shout out to Dinosaur.
Did they get a split spawn?
That brother used to be hooking up fat.
He spawned over on that elbow. That split spawn is bomb plant saving. They're going to be able to clear it. And wow, tough position for Cloud9. It looked promising, but once you lost both the perimeters, that bomb arm becomes near impossible, right? It's just too easy for them to get complementary angles to take down the armor.
And we saw earlier what Gen G were able to do with their offense, and they got awfully close to planting this bomb at the base of Cloud9. Well, now this bomb is right back in their base, and as I say that, multiple members of Gen G are
I wouldn't either.
Fall right now. Ryan taking a whole
that shit's crazy. That shit's nice as fuck.
Back to the low ground, but comes out swinging. Takes
Yo, what's up, 82? How's it going, brother?
It
goes well. It goes well. How you doing today, brother?
Sniper, but once again, I don't think I've seen Gen G get one overshield. Maybe the very first to start the game when they got their first arm, but this is perfect. I mean, this is great positioning. They just need to get a couple slays. This looks likely, Tony.
And it does. Savage Septify stuck over on the snipe side. A huge takedown coming out of Ryan Noob, and both snipers in the hands of Gen G at the moment. Over on the tower side and the elbow, it's Ryan Noob and K-Nick working together. Meanwhile,
yo, Chad, by the way,
trying to line them up, just barely missing out on that shot.
Did you guys see the clip that I tweeted today? I tweeted a Halo 5 clip today.
Into his own hands, he gets aggressive. He's flying in, but nobody home.
I don't know, what did Sab do? Like, he disappeared.
I'll pull it up here after this game.
Am I crazy?
Did he go outside the map? What
was he drop back jumping on like the window? Like, where did this man go?
Yo, I need an instant replay tools. I
have show it. It wasn't even on our screen.
He's not done.
You talking about their new field?
We got the replay right now. Hold on, Sab. Did he go?
He must be in the window, drop back.
Well,
like jumping,
I say new.
Right? Like,
the one. I mean, I guess it's like 4 or 5 years old now.
How? Or maybe he jumped up the window, went around.
Are we talking about that one, Brandon?
Discombobulated, and so is Gen G from that.
Yeah, you guys
like,
see the Halo 5 clip I tweeted?
Action that's coming from Cloud9. They have all the control. They are wiping Gen G. They have the elbow spawns. King Nick, there's nothing he can do. You just need to make sure no overextension spawn comes in. But Ryan Noob in the right spot, right time. He's getting 2, maybe 3. No, Septify shuts it down. But that also shuts Cloud9's opportunity out. Septify gonna have to wait for those respawns to make. Wait, Tony, are they just straight OEing? You have to come back? What are we doing, Gen G? Septify! That's free! How did you lose track of the man?
Oh my gosh.
Swifty with the 500 bits. Wait a motherfucking second, dude. Did they just leave? Did all of Gen G just OE? They just left Ball and a guy in their base?
We're playing bomb.
I mean, I guess they're fighting and they go 3 dead as that happens, but like,
game, right? There was a general theme with how Gen G wanted to play.
What the fuck was that?
It was early overextensions, right? They like to get into the base of Cloud9.
What was that? Yo, Swifty with the 500 bits. Welcome back, brother. Welcome to the Madhouse.
Throughout bomb.
Swifty, I love
When
you.
you
How
have
you
that
doing,
bomb
brother?
in a premium
What the
spot
fuck was
on the
that?
red zone, suddenly your timing windows become much larger, right? You have way more freedom.
Oh yeah, you saw that?
skip steps. And that's
Okay,
what
yeah,
Septify
sorry.
does at the end of this game. He skips
Here, I
steps.
gotta-
He doesn't have to worry about those slays because the information that his teammates are giving to him. They're on desperate.
One, we gotta check out
all-
this Twitter clip, and then 2, we gotta check out the CS game. Yeah, this the clip I tweeted. We may or may not have been fucking around on some Halo 5 PC recently. Oh my god!
What's up,
Bro,
man?
bro.
Sorry, Twitter's quality so dog shit.
I get torn 2 shot. I hear someone I see Clay go, oh my god!
He just screwed it over my head. Wait, Clay's frying.
Help!
Bro, I'm coming for you.
No, please stop. Die!
No! Yeah, we
The
just
whole
played a
point
little
of this
bit last
shit,
night while we were
Torrin,
watching
is
the
shooting people
basketball
in the
game.
back
Like, we were
and
just digging
trying to
around.
get shot in the back less.
Yeah, it's yeah.
I'm out of bullets. Dog shit. Torrin did get kills. Torrin got kills.
I'm out of bullets. Dog shit.
Torrin did get kills. Shout out to Torrin. Oh. Hello? Twitch?
Whether it looks like
Vitality's on 12.
It gives themselves a real chance of taking a site
Vitality's on
with
12. I'm sorry, Halo people. I just gotta see what's going on.
patience. They
This
just
tournament looks like
had
it's about to
rush
end.
it down. And yes, there are moments here where Vitality are even confused, and that's because the options they thought were real weren't. So now it's a 4-round game. Falcons have to do better than that.
I'm praying for OT.
It's hard to compare an IGL to someone like Apex, who has played for as long as he has, versus all the best teams in
That's
the
the
world
big
in
problem with this
history,
team. Is I don't like Falcons.
and
Who
has
likes
been
Falcons?
IGLing for 6 years now.
Wealth of experience in different roles on different
But, like,
rosters in different periods of Counter-Strike.
Nico and Monacy, man.
We talk about Kerrigan's encyclopedia that he's able to tap into. Apex is creating those pages.
Yeah, not only has he become a great IGL, he's now the one that everyone copies. That's the biggest compliment to his game. But are you just going to be a cheap imitation?
You get to
And if
cross the
so,
secret.
Are you going to be obvious?
Man, what are they trying this time? We've gotten down to 40 seconds,
Yeah,
and there's
this
barely been movement.
This is bad again. I think they want to take an upper because that's where their best entries have been. Apex catches lurks from this position. This is why you play here.
It's a deep lean. It's a back turn to him.
Oh,
But he lets Flamesy drop in the process.
but Tessa still gets one. Oh no, this should be it.
Rock solid anchors. Rock solid fight.
And there it is.
They pull it off again. 100 days since their last loss. And a win streak that won't just go one step further, but rather one that'll go
And this
across
Vitality team
yet
is
another
historically
continent.
good.
From
Jesus.
Melbourne to Lisbon to Stockholm to Poland. And now in Copenhagen.
He said
to the
existence
8th
who, NBK who,
Counter-Strike 2
RPK who.
trophy for this
I mean, to be fair,
organization.
they only got 2 French players on the
Truly
roster these
feels
days.
like we can say the sky is the limit.
Vitality is fully
They didn't
international at
need
this point.
Inferno to do this. After
France,
that, it felt like they
Britain,
would give
Israel,
up,
Estonia.
that they couldn't put on another performance to match their last one, and yet here they are delivering again, performing miracles and magic.
And another win
and destroying rivalries
Vitality.
right before our eyes. Before they
Literally
even
a week
begin.
after that fucking cinematic ass
Mouse
grand
or
final.
Falcons or Spirit, no one can
They
stand
also
up to
played
this
against
roster right now.
Blood, sweat, and tears put into this Falcons project, and it will continue to attempt. In a time where the top 4 feels so tight, it is clear there is one that steps ahead of the rest. Your Blast Rivals champions, Team
They gonna give it to Zywoo.
Vitality.
And Rob's my goat. Rob's got to be all time at this point, bro. Rob's about to be on Mount Rushmore of CS if he's not careful. Fucking Apex.
$100 days, 25 undefeated series, 5 trophies in
And
their
that's the second
grasp.
longest winning streak in
This
Counter-Strike history, is it
defines
not?
This legend made flesh. These players become gods of the game of Counter-Strike.
Second.
The Falcons tried
I'm pretty sure
to
they're
knock
second
them
only
from their
to
heavenly perch, but they could
that
do no
NIP win
more
streak
than
at the beginning
touch
of
the
Go.
hem of their jerseys. Vitality are ascending
All right,
before
that's
our
cool.
very eyes.
Anyway, sorry, Halo
becoming
people, we're back to the
something
Halo.
truly
I just had to see what was going on.
They really want to take down Lethal.
Shout out to the
Thought
CS.
Lethal was going to dodge that nade, Tony. Actually, that might have been a teammate that took
Everyone's
him down.
remember when
Oh, no,
Face
break
made
shot
Rob's
in
playing
the right
online,
position,
turning at their
and
facility to make sure he's
Gen G
actually
finally,
insane
they
and
got
not
that game
cheating.
3 down, and Boo
I
Boo's
do remember
position is
that.
known. This is a great
They flew his
opportunity
brother
for
to
Gen G.
London
Dubu is forced
and
back
said,
on the
"Play right
arcade
here where
on
we
the
can
red
see you."
side. Teammates aren't coming off a spawn, so you know he wants to make something happen.
Just
with
so we
that.
know.
And bringing the red gun over towards Subway seems to be the priority right now for Cloud9. Sab gets an assist on the purple side player. One player down the perimeter means Sab is going to take a bit of a center route and get right behind enemy lines.
Sab up into the tires, 2 players to his left. And it's that
Damn.
quick info. He's turning that corner. He's like, man, maybe I can like get some info, and hiding right in the corner. Ryan Noob there, and we're starting to see this lead at least being chipped away. Gen G just down 1 wipe now as they know
Dropping
where Cloud9 spawns are.
20-16 lead here for Cloud9. Ryan able to get his shields back while on the Subway side. Meanwhile, looks like King Nick and Breaking Shot trying to work together, but with Breaking Shot going down and Ryan having no idea Sab is there, that's 3 down now for Gen G.
You would have had the word
Look at where all those
.exe
players from
just to
Gen G
troll
are
him.
dying, right? You have Ryan dying at Trash. You have another player dying at PD, and an action happening over on the other side of the map as well. It's too separated, right? Especially in that moment, they just spread themselves too thin, and Cloud9 won some crucial fights.
Certified finding the weekend player, real easy with the BR, make it 2. My man's playing SWAT right now, and I'm here for it. Common taking a lot of damage, multiple players going down, and Certified says, bring me back to season 1, season 2. He's going off with the BR.
He might send him back to Halo 2, bro. He's just stood, planted those feet in the ground, said, I'm just not going to miss. Pulled that reticle and hit 4 crispy shots. It's a great way to get that 3rd kill in sequence, and so far we're seeing that lead just sprout out once again. It was down to 4 at one point, now double digits as Septify earns another triple, and Septify continues on the trend of being one of the best Slayer games in Halo. Slayer players in Halo Infinite. He's 12-4 right now. This isn't an outlier for Septify.
What's up, Nolatus?
We saw last year his stats, a significant difference between his objective and Slayer game. Like,
This is the Optic World Championship jersey.
Is one of the best
Year
Slayer
1 of Halo
players
Infinite.
in Halo Infinite, period.
Now you're boo-boo.
There it is.
Already up 1-0 in the series, and with the Stalker in the hands of Boo Boo Dubu, you know max damage is getting put down. K-Nick trying to stop the push, or at least delay it just moments here, but Septifying Cloud9, they're continuously on the attack, forcing them back, playing the trades, and right now you're up by double digits. Trades, it ain't bad if you're Cloud9.
Nah, I mean, you're playing for them, right? You're trying to be a little bit more aggressive. You're trying to force Gen G into open
I don't know.
positions so that your
Call him a
teammates can
bitch.
clean it
I don't
up.
know.
Boo-boo.
Those type of race
Okay,
feelings.
That's a way to get a kill.
Is Halo worth getting into?
Went from taking a one-on-one to being into a back.
I would say yes.
Pancake. It's just very,
I love Halo. It's my favorite
fast play
esport.
from Cloud9.
It's been my favorite game for my entire life.
Keeping the deficit at 10.
French toast kind of guy, showing that he's serving up
Halo
pancakes
esports
all day
is
here on these streets.
extremely entertaining. Great tournaments, great personalities. Halo's a super entertaining game. It's a very hard game to be good at. And it's a very satisfying game to watch at the highest level. So I would say Halo is absolutely worth getting into.
And we haven't seen Gen G pick up a camo on screen all series long. The power-up control has just been brutal for Gen G to deal with. It was the overshield that was getting them in the
played Halo 3 up to Halo 4, played some
camo
MCC, and then stopped.
Breaking.
Yeah, absolutely.
Performance for Cloud9.
I will say, like,
just
the state of the game
clean,
and
right?
viewership and player base,
any
like, you know, it
mistakes
kind of
from
waxes
Cloud9.
and
They're
wanes.
They're running at Gen G. They're getting them into their spots. It's simple Slayer
Like,
game.
the game's not anywhere near as popular as it's been at certain points, and like a lot of people would probably say we're probably at like a down point in terms of like how good the game is in terms of quality. Like,
don't say the 2v4. Don't tell them it's a 2v4 out here.
I mean, like, legitimately, they are keeping
but like,
up
I
with
don't
the
know.
slays of the entirety of Gen G.
Halo, I think, is always good. Halo as like a game and an esport, I think is always great. I think the different versions of it are.
Whatever they ate this morning for breakfast, I'll take 2. Give me 3 of them, please.
I mean, you can debate between the different versions of it, like whether or not you like this one better than this
Slayer
one. But
teams
overall,
these,
I think
this
Halo's
season
great.
so far, and they seem to be continuing.
In order to
on
unlock
that
rank play,
trend.
I think you just
Take a
need to
look at
play
Savage
50
Word
games
Ball.
total.
Look at those assists, Tony. 21 assists between the 2 of them.
I think it's
They're
like
helping
50
the boys
games
out over there, but definitely
combat
a bit
smurfing.
of a hero.
It's
situation
like
for
25 or
Septifier.
50 games.
Look at that,
Yeah.
19-18. We got ourselves.
But you can play 50
a
matches of
performance
anything.
all across the board from Cloud9.
Yeah, 50 matches of anything.
What I did
Multiplayer.
notice was,
You can play SWAT. You can play Slayer. You can play Objective. You can play Firefight. You can play, yeah, just anything that's not offline or custom games. Anything in matchmaking.
I mean, just to see the numbers of between 2 players. 36. What
Big
they have,
team,
37,
squad
38
battle.
of the team's kills, like that is crazy to even think about.
You know what's crazy though?
Yeah, no problem, Erase
Go look
feelings.
at the stats
No
right
problem,
now,
brother.
and it will confirm it. They, you know, Septify and Sap had more kills than Gen G as a team, right? And then
But I would
Boo
say
and
it's
Evil
definitely worth getting
had more
into.
assists than Gen
Halo's
G
the shit,
as
man.
a team. So no, they're just getting it done on all levels.
But yo, Swifty, are you still here? How you doing, brother?
Their damn thing in the Slayer on streets, but now we get to find out if they
What
can
you
do
up to
it
today?
again in Objective. And I still feel like Gen G. I mean, think about that game number 1. Gen G came out so hot and capped the bomb in what, less than 35 seconds or just like 40 seconds worth of gameplay. That's kind of crazy to think about. And that last bomb felt like, I definitely don't want to say luck, but it felt like a missed opportunity there for Gen G. So I feel like in the Objective, I still like Gen G a lot. Going to this game 3, I definitely don't want to count them out, although Cloud9 were obviously fantastic.
Vibing on some Minecraft and lurking? Hell yeah, bro.
Even after a team change, they still
That sounds
are a
vibey as
force
fuck.
to be reckoned
A little
with.
Halo tournament and some Minecraft.
Look at the story that the damage dealt and damage taken is
I wish
telling
that's what I was
from
doing
that
right now.
Slayer game, right? Because we saw Boo Boo and Septify had very similar stats, kill and death wise, but look at the difference between the playstyle of these two, right? Boo Boo Doo Boo's almost hitting 5k damage, which is insane in a Slayer, right? That man is battling, getting into those front lines, taking a lot of damage, and when we go look at his deaths, he's also staying alive at that same time. So he's taking 3,800 damage there, but he only had 7 deaths. That's insane to think about, right? Like, taking that much damage, being able to stay alive, regenerate those shields and get into the fight. On the other side, Septify is Grim Reaper. He's got 18 kills to his name, but his damage dealt is really just those finishing blows. He's coming around, he's getting those finishes, but he's keeping himself shrouded from Gen G, right? He minimizes his damage taken and he's popping in at those right spots. And that 1-2 punch, right? The completely different play styles was really throwing Gen G into a blender.
I swear, Boo Boo Doo and Septify are who I think I play like whenever I'm playing matchmaking, but really I'm just baiting my teammates and just trying to stay alive as long as possible and not getting any kills whatsoever. But in my mind, I swear, I'm playing just like Boo Boo Doo and Septify.
Yeah, right. It's like I need personalized.
That Boo Boo
lessons
picture's insane.
from those two.
Live Fire King.
What is going on? What's going through the mind of a
Let's go, baby.
Septify, Boo Boo Doo and a Slayer? Because they clearly show up and show out when it matters in these games. It's been really fun to watch.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, King of the Hills coming up next. Could be the final game of the series, but something tells me it's not. I'm a believer in this Gen G roster, and the last thing I want to see is a sweep. I want to see me some Game 5. Cloud9 coming out hot, coming out with that heat. Can Gen G match it here on Live Fire?
Quick into this right lane, and Breaking Shot not going to feel any of that resistance, just information for his team. And honestly, I think Gen G a bit surprised that they got Sniper as free as they did. They just picked it up, ran away, and no one from Cloud9 was really occupying that middle lane.
Snipe. Why starting things off hot. Breaking Shot awfully aggressive there, but runs into two members of Cloud9. Ryan, who says, you know what, you're gonna make him weak, don't worry, I'll knock him down for you. Still has that Sniper, now gonna combine it with a camouflage. This is where Gen G could go off.
Ryan is still in a spot where he needs to be careful about getting spotted. I think Lethal, but yeah, I think Lethal.
Oh, everybody just trolling in here
there, but looks like Ryan Noob going to be able to reposition. He's going to have premium angles with this camo snipe option.
Well, that didn't work.
But Septify just barely avoids a spike grenade and does take him down. So Camo and Sniper, his Camo's down, Sniper shifts hands, still has a couple bullets to work with, goes sky high. To Septify, awfully confident when you're doing moves like that while one shot here, but Gen G continue to score. Meanwhile, Septify continues to line him up.
Yeah, Septify is terrorizing Gen G right now. And notice how he's consistently moving his location. He's just keeping himself hidden. And look, every time it's just a different player. He's constantly looking for that different gunfight, and it's not going to come in any kills. But he got chip damage on two different players. That's going to allow Boo Boo Doo Boo to get through that back rank. They get into that hill, and that's hill one. Gonna go.
And you watch that guy spawn.
9, and they just learned where that first spawn is going to come in as well. That's just about
good cap.
Brilliant play from Cloud9. And think about what happened at the start of that hill, right? They lost Camo, they lost Sniper.
I really like this Cloud9 team, especially now that they have Lixel.
Getting their time in hill despite all that.
Unselfish play by Septify.
He hasn't really played since year 1 of this game. He played the first year of this game, 82. He kind of hung around like top 12, top 16, and then he kind of hasn't really played since then, at least as far as I know.
Meanwhile, Lethal finds a huge angle, gets some more damage on Breaking Shot, who goes down courtesy of Boo Boo Doo Boo, and Chris Common, he does make a play for tower.
Trying his best to stay alive. So many players in blue just surrounding him, but he did manage to get away with his life. So it's going to be about even numbers coming into this fight, but Septify might have the power up that tips the favors into tips the odd into their favor, and you see that start to come through. He is just lighting up Gen G, and it's only Breaking Shot that's alive. And
yeah, I mean, he played for a while.
Simple enough to.
He's played. I mean, I remember him since like.
And this looks
age
very
4
likely for
Reach.
Cloud9 at this point, Tony.
He's been around for a
We're
minute.
not even as far as that hill progression, but that round of slays definitely sways things in the way of Cloud9 here. Septify does have that snipe in the back pocket, now in the front. Ryan gonna get aggressive and runs right into Septify. Snipe. Lethal gets his off a screen, and with this tower side positioning for Sniper, this should be hill for C9, right?
I think Gen G's not even gonna try to show their head here, and Breaking Shot might have just given away his bandit poked out, and that's Septify just misses the head, and at least he's patient enough to keep looking. But Gen G, they know we're going next, and they're gonna try to work on these slays.
2-0.
Even Septify was like surprised by that like shot that Breaking Shot gave him. He's like, I can't hit the easy ones like that. I wasn't ready for it. Common He does end up coming off a spawn, push through the green and over towards A. It looks like Gen G have a slight advantage, but Septify has an even bigger sniper right now. He wants to push up here onto Comet and the rest of Gen G, put down as much damage as possible, but Cloud9 are staggered.
You had to
I think maybe
hear that,
too
right?
aggressive there from Septify.
Oh, it was
got that
his,
first
he
kill,
naded
but
his teammate.
You gotta
My bad.
remember, his teammates were also down. He was basically last alive forward on the map, and he tried to overstep what he could do there, and eventually turns himself into a situation where he's trying to get that trade out.
I mean, I don't really know enough about.
That space, right?
I don't
Once
really
he
know enough
dies
about
there,
Nemesis
they've
to really
lost all
comment
that
on his
spacing
career like
towards
that.
B. Now Gen G can basically finish that hill. Ooh, I say basically finish that hill, and it is basically finished. But Tony, it's you still need that last second. Common, we'll be able to.
All
get
right,
it for
hang
us,
on.
too.
We got a little bit of a game here. 3 minutes on the game clock. We got a lot of time. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know enough about him to say anything.
Down by 1 cap at the moment. Luckily for Gen G, there's plenty of time on the board, as you do see Ryan Noob and Breaking Shot already set up early over toward the seaside. Sab wants to make a play for the camouflage and luckily is able to get away. This is about to be huge for C9.
I love that he doesn't pop it right away. He's waiting until he gets all the way to this door, because now he's given himself an extra 8 to 10 seconds with this camouflage to play with, right? And no reason to pop it right away when 3 players are looking at you. Wait till
Holy
it's safe,
shit.
and then maybe you can maximize the value. Oh, how is
That
he
was so
alive?
sus.
I mean, that was pretty damn close to a ninja if you ask me. The first domino does fall for Gen G, and Cloud9 want to get activated through that.
What the Eagle Eye?
Knows the weakened King Nick
You
is
punched him
hiding on
2
the
years
one side.
ago.
He ends up dealing
2
with
years
them
away.
quickly. Gonna go for the skill
His body
jump
went
over
fucking
towards
flying.
Tower, now replacing the player here over towards C, and a beautiful setup for Cloud9.
Someone do me a favor. Edit that kill that Sab just got with a Wilhelm screen. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
his
King
body
Nick
went
got
fucking flying.
Bodied and threw into the wall on the other side of the map, bro. That was the strongest elbow I think I've ever seen.
Breaking Shot does win the battle for the sniper. Meanwhile,
Oh,
C9
that was baited.
in the battle for the hill at the moment. King Nick, though, a huge pick for him, means tower side control. Common with some damage
Oh,
down
but he
low.
drops.
Boo Boo Dubu, he has that height
Oh,
over
this
both
is sus.
members of Gen G. This must feel uncomfortable. Sniper in his hands and everything.
Are they gonna get
but
it?
King Nick is
They're gonna get
chasing
it.
him away.
Yeah, Boo Boo knows that hill is
They didn't even
gone
have
as
enough time to
well.
get
He's
there.
just trying to keep the sniper alive so that they have some sort of power weapon to give them favors into this next hill.
Hello. God damn.
Ryan who tries to slide in his DMs, he gets blocked real quick. 6 bullets to work with. Boo Boo Dubu. He wants more. Common off the screen was able to go after Sab, and with half the members of Gen G down, Cloud9 looked to take advantage. They hop right in the hill.
Yeah, he did get an eye on Ryan Noob for a second there, so he knows there's a player in that back tower, and he's going to give that information. You see Lethal just doing his best to keep Ryan Noob back, and now the spawns have flipped for Gen G. Ryan Noob has been out of this play, but he could come back at a great time if he gets the timing here. Oh, here comes Ryan Noob, and there goes Ryan Noob. Quickly dealt with.
187, thank you for the follow, bro.
Teammates. King
What's
Nick
good?
will fall, and we're gonna see Breaking Shot join. Common, yeah, he must just go hide for a little bit. You know, wait for those spotters to come up. Cloud9 have cleared the path for this hill.
Boo Boo Dubu does a fantastic job disrupting the setup of Gen G, and now Gen G spawning into a very unfavorable position right now. Snipe still in his hands, and oh my gosh, Ryan loses his head. King Nick takes the people's elbow, and now Boo Boo Dubu has the camouflage, and Gen G gets squad wiped.
Boo Boo, he just took the most dangerous course of action, but because it was unexpected, he was able to get away with it, right? Throws himself into that player, knowing that one punch would take care of the job. Now that camo, just being that first line of defense, will earn themselves that 1 hill lead, and now they are on game and match point. Next hill.
2 minutes on the game clock as well.
Win the series.
Still, one good thing for Gen G is plenty of time on the board right now, but like you said, 1 hill will take it all. This is must-win situation, must-win territory.
And they're already
for
breaking.
Gen G, and you are dropping like flies right now. Somebody has to win a piv or at least take down Boo Boo Dubu.
Oh,
Able to
no.
do it, but look at the nades well placed by Septify onto the green side, and nobody's able to account for him. We need a call out here. Cloud9 are about to take it.
And you see the themes that were happening in the first game are coming back to haunt Gen G in the third. It's them staying alive. How many times are we seeing one
Gen G's gonna get like one good
away
crack
with
at
their
it.
life, being able to just manipulate how Gen G can challenge. When you don't get those easy trades, the game becomes so much harder.
Oh,
Rain gun is out, but Common somehow wins that.
It's a big kill.
Despite it, and now we do see a numbers favor go towards Gen G.
Holy shit! And that's not good.
And a missed melee is going to haunt.
That's not
Common
good.
right there.
Lick stole my goat.
One of the greatest players in Halo to grab a hold of that sniper and break your setup.
They're still in
Shot,
it though.
The final player alive from Gen G. Can he buy enough time for his teammates to come off the spawn? He needs them bad, and Common's here to answer the call.
Common, right place, right time. That's just about perfect for his team. Breaking shot, really, like the second Common gets there, that pressure just completely falls off. He knows that he can get that kill, but Sniper
Cloud9 get 2, and that's a lot of damage. This is not looking good. Breaking shot somehow gets another one though.
Necessary to kill a player in Hill, and Common, he's last alive.
And that's so much damage.
Get away. That's dangerous, Tony, because
now they've got him pinned back. Camo's kind of their only hope, but I don't even know if they have enough time to go get Camo and then come back to Hill.
They're gonna have to sprint forward.
Ryan's in there.
With the snipe, but breaking shot, a huge kill.
They got a touch though. They got a contest at least. They got him out. But Ryan dies, so he's by himself. Oh, Camo dies. C9 here for the contest. Here for the contest. Breaking shots by himself. They trade. No one in time. Ryan's gonna die. Another one big door. This is Cloud9's game. GG.
Triangle formation. You run towards Hill. You best be cut down. That's game match point.
Damn. And Cloud9. 3-0.
9 looked comfortable throughout the entire series. I think Tony, game 1 I think was one of the times, not just this game, but
it was absolutely a GG.
Was one of the best moments where Gen G looked great. Was at the start, which by the way, I think that's the second time we see Gen G do an instant bomb score within seconds of the game. I know we didn't get to see it, but I'm pretty sure last time we didn't get to see it either. So I have some questions about that. I don't know, Gen G keeping secrets there, but that quickly turned around there in favor of Cloud9. What do you think is separating these two teams?
I think one of the things that separate Gen G from a lot of different teams is the intensity they actually put into play when playing scrims. Like, they take scrims extremely serious. I remember like a year or two, I want to say they probably had the most scrim games out of anybody did a squad with Ryan Noob on it, and they take it seriously. And obviously their opening strats, they prepared for it time over time, and they're coming out hot. Now it's time to find a way to, you master the opening strat. You've done what you need to do there. Now it's time to find a way to convert that into a full game. And I mean, they're getting better every time we see them on screen, and something tells me that there's a bright future here for Gen G. I actually like this roster. It's really grown on me.
Cool. So we saw incredible moments from all players on Cloud9's side. I'm curious to know who you think were Cloud9's key players this series.
Oh, I mean, like you said, there was key moments for everyone. I think Septify stepped up big for his team. Boo Boo Dubu in game 3 was really crucial with some of those snipe shots, but it really did feel like everyone had their chance. What was really striking to me at the end of that game was the assist column from every player on Cloud9. They're all helping each other, right? And that's the survivability that we're seeing from these players that I think made a big difference. So, I think Septify had that incredible Slayer performance. He was getting on top of those camouflages as well. I've been a big fan of how he's been changing his game. We saw it in last year where he was.
All right, who plays next, man?
Slayer players in the
who
game,
we locking into next? I believe we have. There might be one more elimination semis series, but I believe we might just have elimination finals and the finals.
He's becoming that main Slayer for the team that I think is desperately needed.
I'm pretty sure is what's left.
Cloud9 team, like on paper, when you
so what is it going to be like? Cloud9 TSM?
Very complimentary.
Because Incognito's waiting in the finals, right?
And I wouldn't be surprised if we see them on a Sunday at a LAN in a tournament this year.
All right, give me a second. I'm going to go take a piss real quick. Be right back, guys.
Cloud9. They placed top 6 in Arlington with Manny, but now they're locked in with Lethal. What are your thoughts on the squad composition here?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm a huge fan of Manny, and what Cloud9 were able to accomplish back at Arlington was amazing. Like, you know, think back to that championship, I'm sorry, that Saturday night game that was supposed to lead to Championship Sunday. Cloud9 pushed SSG to a Game 5, and at times looked like they were going to beat SSG and take their spot in Champ Sunday and in the guaranteed top 4, and then who knows what happens then. So to me, I was really surprised they decided to make a change, but once Manny ended up leaving and going to TSM, no-brainer. Bring on Lethal. He fits so well on this roster and what they're trying to accomplish. And Cloud9, another team that's obviously destined for greatness, obviously going to do some great things here in 2025. I am not mad at the Lethal pick whatsoever. And if you are, again, you don't know ball.
Well, great efforts here from Gen G, but it's ultimately Cloud9 who moves on to the elimination finals to go up against TSM, who have also been looking incredible, and that's who's waiting in front of them. Tools, let's talk about this series.
Oh, I'm very, very excited about Cloud9 versus TSM, right? We're going to see Manny going up against his old team, and Cloud9, I think they're very eager to stay together after the last tournament, right? They got top 6. They played really well. They took SSG to that Game 5. They were, you know, just a few kills away from making it to Sunday. All indications would be, hey, let's run it back. Instead, Manny left to go join a team that got top 12, right? And that's a bit surprising. You don't see that every day. And I think it's a testament to how Manny feels when he's playing with this core 4. And for anyone that you know, we like to make the joke about TSM just recycling the same players. Like they all like to play with each other, but we haven't seen this team, right? The 4 stack, the original KCP, the original Fung 4 of Soul Snipe, Druck, Manny, and Talik since year 1. And the last time they played a tournament together, they got top 3 on the biggest stage at the World Championship. I think it's about time that this 4 ran it back.
Well, we're about to see this incredible series, but first, while we get ready, go ahead and type in !merch and !DreamHack in the chat. Pick up one of these incredible looking grassroots t-shirt tees. There's less than 40 left. We've sold a few already today, so those are the last few remaining ones. And also don't forget to pick up your team passes. They're live now. You guys can pick those up before they are gone. We're gonna go on a quick break as we get ready for this next series. The elimination finals are almost underway.
Yo, I'm a lazy motherfucker, that's what everyone sees. Ain't it funny how you wanna be the best, but you can't even get up and get dressed? Wasted, face it, you're never gonna make it. Rockstar, you won't get far. I know you're confused. People tell you you can be anything you wanna be. Wanna go to outer space, superhero in the streets. Damn, what a lie. What a time to be alive. How have I survived? That's the battlefield. 1974. I think I'm going insane. I'm feeling crazy. Can't get it out of my head. Oh no, if the devil inside takes hold, then I just might wind up dead. Wasted, face it. You're never gonna be the one. Rockstar, you won't get far. At least you had fun. People tell you you can be anything you wanna be, a king or a queen, as long as you got a dream. Oh no, it's a lie. They just wanna take your life, try to tell you it's a battlefield. People tell you you can be anything you wanna be. Wanna go to outer space, superhero in the streets. Damn, what a lie. What a time to be alive. How have I survived? That's the battlefield. 1974. But you hold me like I might just break, like you want me there. So I went down to the river and swam till the panic was over. Yes, I went down to the river, washed all the heavy away. Washed all the heavy
You are watching the NAHCS DreamHack Qualifier Championship Sunday, and we find ourselves in our elimination finals. It is TSM versus Cloud9, whose lives are on the line here today on the first game, Forbidden versus Forbidden CTF.
Ladies and gentlemen, game number 1, it is TSM going up against Cloud9. Manny was formerly on this Cloud9 roster, joins his brothers on TSM. Meanwhile, Lethal replaces him, and who made the right move? I guess is the question. Well, right now, Cloud9 starts off by putting TSM 3 down, making squad wipe. Cloud9 picking up exactly where they left off.
And this is a situation where bad can turn to worse. They have both snipers, they have TSM completely contained, and an overshield running flag. You've already given up 1. The question is, can you stem the bleed? Can you not give up 2? Can you not give up 3? This game could be over in quick work if the snipe shots start to ring true.
1-0 lead here for Cloud9. That's about 48 seconds worth of gameplay we just saw. Don't get more perfect than that. But Manny and TSM on the respawn. They're able to go right after Sab, and now Septify is feeling the pressure, forcing him back with the sniper. But you're back an animal against the wall. You know, you go get them claws, and Septify puts his claws in TSM.
So far, he's been doing a great job of just keeping that distance, right? He's not trying to close down any space while he has his sniper rifle, and because of it, he's catching one-shot players trying to get to him. He's been able to stay alive and maximize the value of his life. Still not able to take down Septify. His presence has been too much for TSM to handle.
Right now, Septify and Lethal working together. TSM do have a man advantage, but as Cloud9 start to spawn up, they're able to get shots in the back of Soul Snipe, who is forced to give up on that flagpole, at least for now. Off screen, Manny does get a kill onto Septify, and some great damage going down for Soul Snipe, but eventually, Boo Boo Doo comes in out of nowhere, turns that into a double.
With that, overshield's coming up as well. Let's make it 3 for Boo Boo Doo Boo. Clears the way for the easiest grab. Septify going to be able to put that extra shield on his body, and suddenly that run for TSM seems more and more dead in the water. Though I believe there still is one player from TSM that was alive. It was Talik, but with him going down, Manny just has to wait. And well, look at this, the newest hiding spot on Fortress. Sit on the branches, find a player that's not looking, and easy kill.
And he making it look easy. 6th kill onto his former team in Cloud9, but Boo Boo Doo coming in with the dynamo grenades. You don't see that much often here in the HCS.
Oh, look at that, Cloud9, another 3 down. They've been so effective at taking down TSM in waves. It allows them to move up the map, right, so freely. When you get that 3 down, that's 8 seconds, just about 10 seconds, where you can just fly forward. And because of it, they've gotten control of TSM's base. Now it's just going to come down to execution on the slays.
Both snipers about to come up right now, and Cloud9 having eyes on TSM sniper and the flag, but it's a bit of a stalemate as both teams pulling the flag the opposite rat tunnels here. Lethal's gonna stay over toward the base of TSM. Some long range shots on the Talik, and at least gets the melee on Druck, but with Lethal going down, TSM push forward.
What Lethal was doing to TSM, Manny is doing right back to Cloud9 in that back base, trying to cause some chaos.
All right, I'm back. Apologies.
Looks like that's not going to
Couldn't
be
get my
enough
glasses
for
clean.
now. Sab going to be that last player for Cloud9, trying
Yo, what's up, Jake?
to stop this flag
How's it going,
run,
bro?
but he doesn't really have the help, and he's not going to see that player jump up. Talik was very smart about how he took that challenge.
But yeah,
Not a
TSM's
player
pretty good.
Completely unsuspecting.
Talik not able to escape that.
Yeah,
one.
they got top
Overshield
3
about to
worlds
come
in
up,
year
so
one.
really
I'd
feel
say
like
they're
this top
probably
8
like a
position is
top
going to be
8,
so strong, it could be the deciding
top
factor
12
on
team
who
now.
caps this
They're good for a
flag.
top
You're in a
6
stalemate
every now and
that we're
then.
staring at right now.
Type shit.
Septify with the sniper able to not only bait out that overshield, but also the sniper hut of the opposition takes down Druck.
They're pretty good. Maybe not as good as they were in year
Doesn't
one,
have
but
the
they're pretty good.
overshield just yet, but neither do TSM.
Yeah, TSM has certainly been feeling Septify with that snipe all game. He has been causing some turmoil, and with that, another 3 down. And once again, it's overshield. That's going to go to Cloud9. Sab's going to have extra shields in his way forward, and they just spawn in time, but Sab's going to be putting on so much damage while he waits for his team.
Sab patient on his push on the Talik, maybe a bit too patient, but also maybe just the trap being laid for
That's a re.
Bubu to lay TSM out. 4 down beats a return, and another flag cat coming in for Cloud9. They've started off game number 1 hot, and Lethal's not done. Oh yeah, no, he's done. Yeah, he's done.
Yeah, they both fell off.
Wait,
Okay. So they were just like, yeah, if I go down, you go down. We'll take this fight to the trenches, and I mean, neither of them were able to finish it with their bandit. They let the map do the work for them.
You know, we've seen trades in Halo for a very long time. That had to be the most interesting trade I think I've ever seen. I don't know about you, Garrett.
Well, I felt bad for Lethal because he recognized that Soul Snipe just like curb slid out into death, and he was like, oh, I don't have to take the shot. He like tried to whip his reticle away. Unfortunately, there was just no ground for him to land on. He was like, man, I was ready to challenge you to the death, but I didn't know you were gonna like kill yourself before that even could happen. It was insane.
2-0 lead here for Cloud9. Lethal with another huge pick, but it looks like TSM are able to neutralize the situation just a bit. Bubu Dubu wants to pull this flag, but understands that Manny is so close behind them, and eventually Druck comes in for the bait and switch. But I think we see both snipers and overshield coming up right now. This is a pivotal point in the game. It could be what TSM need. It also could be what Cloud9 need in order to end it, and Druck coming in with the sidekick.
And that's enough damage to at least let Manny get away with that overshield. That's the first one for TSM in this game, and with Soul Snipe coming into that back with the sniper, this could be a great opportunity for TSM. But oh, Lethal, huge fight down in the swamp, and he's gonna stay alive as well. No one cleans him up. Wow, big live, and he just got another.
No fucking way.
Getting kills on borrowed time.
2-0 lead here still for Cloud9.
My goat.
Switch over towards Septify. He knows that Druck has that eyes on the sniper, so he wants to make it at least tough for him. A well-placed grenade somehow Septify survives, and now Bubu Dubu wants to get in and take advantage of the weakened players that are pushing their snipe butt.
See, Bubu Dubu's gonna be able to at least clear one player from that hut, but still a lot more to deal with. TSM just has been
Good
applying
nade.
some consistent pressure here, and it's slowing Cloud9 down quite a bit, but TSM has to be concerned about what happens when that push eventually dissipates. When you lose too many numbers, you're gonna give Cloud9 a really big opportunity to push up if you keep hitting this overextension too hard. But so far, that strategy seems to be working for TSM. They've really slowed Cloud9 down.
Talik staying alive, still has one thrust to work with. Love those grenades coming out of him. Manny was the one awarded the cleanup kill there. TSM with a slight advantage and gonna turn it into more. This could be a flagpole coming from TSM, and if they cap this one and grab that overshield that's about to come up, maybe, just maybe, Cloud9, their win condition, at least their tie condition, is here.
I love that. And so we're seeing lots of damage go down.
Uh-oh.
Septify just got the kill at the right time. Druck, the only player alive for TSM, and well, they have control of all the perimeters now. Sab's just gonna hop in, and that tie condition no longer there.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I got a little bit ahead of myself right there, but I saw the timing. I saw that flag cap going in, but Cloud9 just a bit too clutch. And
Now they got OS. Oh, but he's going to get fucking shredded.
Well, Cloud9 got that too. They're just being greedy right now. In less than 4 minutes of gameplay left on the map, Cloud9 is still just pushing up and making TSM uncomfortable.
And this is back to the drive board, right? And you're gonna see, look at Manny. He's playing very fast into that back ramp, and Druck's gonna cause a massive distraction for Manny to potentially feast.
A little cleanup coming up from Manny, but he's replaced by 2 more members of Cloud9. They're gonna be able to grab that kill there and successfully defend their base. I say that, but Team Solo mid getting a couple crucial kills, and now this snipe hut control they want so bad, it's about to be theirs.
Good thrust.
Back and the Magnum. What? Is he playing Halo 5?
He's certainly making a case for it. That pistol, man, it is brutal. And there we go. Cloud9 are starting to feel hurt, stuck into that back base as they have all the escapes accounted for. Manny was expecting some straight overextend, but because TSM didn't pull flag right away, Cloud9 didn't have to worry about that overextension. Instead, are fighting back through the base, forcing Manny to come back into play. But TSM, their bite is starting to lose strength.
Little 360 snipe coming there. He connects on the body, but not quite the head. Meanwhile, Boo Dubu hits him with a 2-piece, and 4 down go TSM. Now you're seeing Cloud9 immediately
with 2 minutes on the game clock. This is not looking great.
Opposition TSM, they need to come off a spawn and get some kills. They need to win a piv right now.
They honestly probably needed to cap that flag that they had
TSM
stopped on the goal line.
Down to at least slow him, but with that, Talk was able to get through and at least, I mean, potentially stabilize the team, but stabilize might be too generous of a term. They've also given up overshield. They don't have that map control yet, and most importantly, the clock is starting to play a factor, Tony. There's only 1 minute and 40 seconds to do this. TSM hit a double OE throughout those trenches. I don't know if Cloud9's expecting it.
And the worst part about that clock you were talking about is you're doing this against a team like Cloud9. They don't make a lot of mistakes. They definitely thrive when the game slows down to this pace. This is exactly what Cloud9 want right now. Soulsnipe and TSM, they're gonna have to really take things in their own hands, and with both teams 3 down, this is a 1v1 for flag or a return. And Septify, who has been absolutely dominant all throughout the deep run through this lower bracket, he makes his presence known. He gets the return.
Yeah, I mean, in my mind right now, Septify might be the most underrated player in the HCS. You know, definitely not going to be talked about like those players that we see in the top 4, those that have really established themselves as the best in the game. But Septify had a clear level up, and I think it really comes from the composition of this Cloud9 roster, man. Even when Manny was on the roster, like Manny and Lethal play very similar roles, and I think the combination of having Lethal and Boo Dubu really activates Septify on the map, and you are seeing him really feast and starting to play some of his best Halo.
2-0 lead here for Cloud9, and with just 26 seconds on the clock, TSM making a last-ditch effort. They need not only this flag cap, but they even need to have a trailer behind.
I mean,
ready for another
yeah, they don't
one.
even have time, do they?
This flag has made it towards the base of TSM. 11 seconds on the clock right now.
Can they get a touch?
They do cap it. Is there? Oh, Soulsnipe was the player that was over on the
Nah,
back base, but he
they can't get a touch.
down, and Manny's going to be the final.
That'll be your game.
It looked doable for a second, but the Cloud9 control.
That'll be your game.
93.6% of that game, and that was good enough for the win.
Really resilient play from Cloud9 throughout that game. I mean, TSM had multiple flags that had legs to them, right? That looked like they were going to be captured, but looks can be deceiving. It really is about execution, and that's where Septify and
Tough game
Cloud9
out of Soul
so good, right? Think about the flag stops that they got. Septify was in a 1v1 that was going to determine that flag. He loses that gunfight. That's a capture for TSM, and at best, we're looking at a tied game from that point. He wins that crucial one-on-one. We saw the last second flag stand in that same situation where TSM had to run that flag all the way to that point, and they were able to get the stop at that goal line. multiple times throughout that game. Cloud9 stayed resilient, and look at Septify's damage, Tony. 7,300 for the team. Talik almost hitting 8K at 79.93 as well, man. We got some shooters out here today. This is the 1v1 I'm talking about. And brilliant use of that thruster there, man. Just
some Halo 5 shit right there.
Right? That's 6 players down on the map, Tony. 1v1, what does Septify do? He has to guarantee this gunfight. He does just that. 1, 2, 3, close the distance with the thrust. Boom. Not only gets the kill, doesn't even trade, which prevents TSM from having any sort of follow-up from the spawners.
Definitely felt like a textbook play coming out of Septify, but I mean, one that, you know, in the heat of the moment, you know the situation, you know that it was a 1v1, and one that could have decided whether you got the return or not. So that's where palms sweaty, you know, they get sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy, as they say, and you really have to just clutch it out. And it was a clutch kill by him, a great return, ultimately one that led to a 2-1 victory for Cloud9. But we're going into Slayer Origin, and when I think of these players on TSM, and I think about the hours that they have on Coliseum back in Halo 5, this is going to be really fun to watch them.
Yeah, I'd be ready for some fast-paced gameplay here. These players are going to know the spawns. They're going to play fast. They're going to try to take advantage of any window that's opened up for them, and just buckle in. I think this is going to be a banger of a game.
Soul Snipe and TSM favoring that snipe side right now, and some huge kills coming out of them. Prioritizing, making sure he gets that kill over the sniper. With Septify going down, Soul Snipe grabs a hold of the snipe. And
all right, let's see if TSM can make this a series, man.
You see them spawn right behind them.
Yeah, Soul Snipe just recognized in time that he needed to get out of that snipe side. The team was basically spawning right behind him and was able to get away. And that leads to both power weapons being in the possession of TSM, and they're on the exact opposite ends of the map.
Right, give me just a second, y'all.
Quadrant 1 and Quadrant 4 located for TSM with those power weapons, and so far they're getting the trades. 8-5 TSM. I found themselves a little bit of a cushion to work with early in this game because of those power weapons and the early control.
He's doing a great job of taking height over toward the catwalk side. Doesn't have a kill just yet, but this height advantage and the damage that he's putting down is so valuable here for Cloud9. There's the first Druk, still taking damage left and right. Turns that into a double, drops down, make it a triple. Lethal, absolutely lethal on the map.
With that means TSM will have to work together immediately off the spawn, because those last two players are going to feel a lot of pressure from Cloud9. You see how fast they went down. This is when things can get dangerous. TSM, they're starting to get really staggered on the map. They're struggling on having players alive at the same time.
Sam gets his shields back and wants to work with Lethal here over towards the red cave side of the map. You see the pings going down, but they know it's more than just one or two players. They have to deal with the entire team of TSM. Lethal snapping on multiple members.
Okay, back into the tie game.
Looks like Cloud9 are going to have to tactfully retreat just for a bit, get their shields back, get their reinforcements, and try to get a flanking Boo Boo Doobu in there, but he's caught out. Septify takes down one before going down himself, and as the dust settles, it's a tied game.
TSM did a great job of catching Cloud9 before their rotation was ready, right? Those two forward players were up and into that fight, but the support wasn't quite there yet. That small window of opportunity for them to get that kill, and
we'll be seeing Boo Boo.
That pyramid not as sticky as it was in Halo 5, much slippier, and you can see players falling off that all the time these days.
I used to fall off in Halo 5, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't even try it in this game, Tony. It's like Halo 5, I could do a little here, a little there. Halo Infinite, I leave it to the professionals. You know, that's their domain.
Tied up at 20 apiece right now. Talik was able to get away with the rockets, and that's going to be huge. Easy kill for him. We got one more in the chamber as he's climbing up the map. Love this route that he's taking towards the high side and now behind enemy lines. That's gonna connect right onto Lethal. Boo Boo Doobu from across the map tries to take down the weakened Talik. It takes 3 players from Cloud9 to take down Talik, who's 9-5.
With that, this game has been very tight between these two. We seem just the team taking turns at getting those 3 downs and starting to work on those spawn traps, but no one's been able to quite to hit the follow-up play, right? To get that established spawn trap, get the clean wipes. Both teams have done a great job of recognizing when they're in danger and slowing that game down, getting the trades and equalizing numbers once again.
Finds his former teammate Boo over towards the BR side, catches him out, puts down some damage, and takes an entirely.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. This is literally Manny's old team. He literally just got done playing with these boys.
Weakened players. This is TSM taking map control.
Yeah, and it's crazy how radically different your position is from Maze to Silver, right?
I don't know if there's any
right
beef.
Next to each other, underneath that catwalk.
Because
but they
I don't know.
completely different things.
Cloud9 ended up with Lixthal, and Manny got to go back to playing with his boys. So I don't know if anybody's really mad, but
gets behind him and finishes off an easy kill, and now Druk.
You always want to beat your old team.
Septify, he's done it again. One shot.
I also don't know if that brother got dropped or if he left.
Cloud9 in a tough spot there.
I don't really know how that went down.
They keep the score even, and they suddenly have a chance to work on some crucial kills.
Septify going down there. TSM, I thought they were going to be
Look at my goat.
that catwalk and snipe side, but Lethal and Cloud9 have something to say about that. A 2-kill advantage seemingly coming out of nowhere for Cloud9, and with Boo Boo Doobu taking over the pyramid side, Manny and Talik clear him.
And every time it feels like a team's about to get that little bit of separation, we're seeing that trade come out. We're seeing that kill slow down the other side, and it's been even Steven throughout this entire game.
Oh, I was gonna say, how did that nade not kill him?
Halo, and no setup has been found quite yet. And as we approach the end game, has TSM found their win condition? All the players at Cloud9 going to be spawning in this back blue base. This could determine it all if they're able to cleanly execute.
40-38 in favor of TSM right now.
Whoa.
Meanwhile, some interesting movement coming out of Septify that ultimately leads to him going down, and 43 kills now for TSM, who are looking to tie things up. And look at the space they're immediately able to create. Druk grabs a hold of those rockets on the other side of the map. Tala gets the first kill onto Sab, and with that advantage, TSM are absolutely activated. They're going to fly in, and you give them an inch, they take a mile.
It's been a 1-10 run for TSM in those last 45 seconds. It's incredible what that spawn trap can do for a team, and it was close until we hit the end game, and TSM, they snapped away Cloud9. There is nothing left for them to work with. Just one kill for TSM, and this one's over. Looks like Manny will get it in the form of the back smack, and you see how fast things can get away for you in Origin Slayer. It was neck to neck.
We've got a series.
That 40th kill.
Loving this battle between Team Solo Mid and Cloud9.
All right, y'all. I
really,
think
when you think of the players on the map, you think of the TSM,
we are gonna hop in with, I believe, Eli and Jeff Trunks are watching the event.
Cloud9, you think being able to
I think we might hop in there with them.
Pace, but perfect timing at times. It really is a fun series to watch. Want to give a huge shout out to Soulsnipe.
Here, let's bounce in there with them.
18 kills, only died 12 times, 3 assists to go along with it. That means it's good for a 7.0 KD out of him. Manny, on the other hand,
what's up, y'all?
Kills, 10 assists. Love that combination.
Chilling as shit. How y'all doing?
They had quite the game.
Doing good, bro. Just chilling.
Yeah, it was like, wow, 72%.
Been enjoying the games. Crazy, pretty crazy matches already so far today.
Oh yeah, no, this shit's been fire.
His accuracy has been next level today.
Incredible, and the damage difference.
You streaming, Clay?
Yep.
Talik is the one that puts down 4,000 damage. Also, but Manny only taking 20.
Bro, the TSM Incognito game was fucking nuts.
I know, dude.
So much away from the enemy team, they can't touch me. But unlike Manny, I'm usually not helping the team. Manny at least is putting down damage.
Wait, which game specifically? Because like, dude, that one fucking. What was it, Bomb?
Yeah, I was thinking of the Fortress Bomb.
Yeah, that was crazy as
that brother.
I was watching from Yak's streaming it at the end of the first game, because the first game was Streets Ball, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, he was screaming at the end of the fucking first game. I was done.
Energy.
He's like, scamming!
if they start to play a little bit more.
I love that
slow
shit.
And start to try to set those traps. Either can be effective.
Do you think he's gonna go live again for the grand
Oh,
finals?
100%.
Yeah, I talked about this back in Arlington.
You got to.
Same Cloud9 squad, except obviously you swap out.
You got to see the setup, bro. That shit is.
Yeah, I'll pull his stream up whenever.
I love Cloud9 in almost every game type other than.
Yeah, did you see that, brother? Manny insta-explode himself?
Yeah.
Bro, that's the craziest shit I've ever seen.
The backwards
I've
insta-explode.
deadass never seen that in my life.
Oh, I've definitely insta-exploded myself before, and I've seen other people do it, but
I've accidentally
in that
insted myself
situation right there-
off like a nade that was already flying through the air type shit, but like never like that, where like it was just on the ground.
Yeah, I feel you.
That's crazy.
Prevents the outlet towards C, going towards TSM, and Cloud9 answer right back.
I sent you a stream together invite whenever you got time also.
Oh, bet good looks.
Looks like dummies is going to be the option.
Yes,
First
sir.
kill in, but it's going to be very scrappy as Soul Snipe is hiding at the back of B.
Bravo and Charlie currently belong to Cloud9, but you see Bravo quickly changing hands, and that's TSM now scoring once again. But notice how Cloud9, they out-rotated them playing for Alpha, and TSM, they're going to out-rotate the out-rotators, and they're going to play for Charlie.
Yeah, they might have committed too many players towards C. They were
Dude, I wish
expecting
one of the
a little bit more
TSM
pushback,
boys
but
were streaming with
completely
comms,
vacated
or
I
if
know.
Boo Boo had his
Kind of
comms on
replays
for
on the way back. Soul
C9,
Snipe
that would
doing
go
a
hard
great
too.
job of just staying alive, waiting for those shields, coming back to try to take down Lethal, racing forward.
I miss streams with comms, man.
Veteran experience was waiting.
There's been a couple today
perfectly
that had the
ready
comms turned on.
We were spoiled in the beginning of
back to
Infinite.
B Hill.
Deadass.
Yeah, before people started taking it more serious, where they're like, they don't want people learning.
I mean, when did that happen? What, like halfway through like H5, people just stopped streaming scrims and shit with the comms.
Yeah. But people were back to comms in the beginning of Infinite, and then they started doing that shit again.
Yeah.
What was it like after the first year? They stopped.
Yeah, it's probably like
streaming?
after
Very
Worlds,
dangerous for
the first
Cloud9.
Worlds,
That's when
probably.
TSM's at their best. One sniper shot can be the difference.
Remember that one
And he hit
that
the
year
spotter,
2
set
phase
the
team
fire.
talking about how like
The ledge,
they were
shut
like
it
blacklisted
down.
from certain scrims,
Block
like
those
some teams
shots.
just
Yeah.
wouldn't scrim them. Bro.
Septify's gonna be able to survive, and that missed sniper
Bro,
shot's
I was
gonna
gonna.
be the difference
I'm not gonna lie.
between
Year
C
2 of this
staying
game was
blocked
dark
for
times.
TSM, and then
Nobody
the
streaming
potential trip
scrims.
cap
The top
right
teams
into
were
the game, and
blacklisted from
instead
each other.
Really start to stabilize.
Shit was dark,
What do
bro.
you
I can't
think?
even remember
Favor
year 2 at this
TSM,
point.
but notice Cloud9's are the one that are
Year
still
2 was
scoring
like
at the moment, and
just
they already have Bravo
phase and
Charlie
optic trading
attacking
blows, and then I think
Bravo.
SSG won the SLC.
Yep,
The
that's
damage
what
year
it was.
goes right back to safety. The play's not done
No wait,
just yet.
didn't Sentinels get a second place in year 2 as
It
well?
was.
With like
It was
Spartan,
at that SLC
Boo Boo,
event. Yeah.
Lethal Falcated. Oh yeah, it was that event.
And now it's C9, the ones that are 3 down and
We,
Septify
bro,
just
they
made
played that
it.
event in like a concert venue.
Yeah, I remember seeing the pictures
like
of
a-
people
it was like a
watching
bar.
from like the up top, like
Yeah, that's where I was
rails and
sitting.
stuff. Bro, I was scared that people were gonna like break that shit.
I
They were like
know.
leaning over the rails, getting all hype.
Then they'll have
Like, bro,
open
you're gonna
sight
fucking
onto A,
plummet
which is
if
where
you're
all
not
those
careful.
spawns from Cloud9
It was
can
interesting
come
for
in.
sure. It was
But
like
how fast
a.
they're pushing,
I've never been in a
they're
venue like
split.
that for a tournament,
Cloud9
but
as well. TSM must finish off these kills.
The ATL
We're
venue
here
was
to see
super
quick
unique
action from
as
Cloud9
well for
Yeah.
year 3.
half the court was the fucking main stage and the seating, and the other half was the pit.
WNBA arena for a fucking Halo event.
That was cool.
That shit was nice though, cause it was all like connected to the fucking airport. Like,
Oh yeah.
bro, my hotel, we literally got off the plane and got on this like, it's called like a sky train or something like that.
Yeah, like a
And it
little
took us
monorail type deal.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
It took us
Lethal
right to the
jumping back
hotel.
up to a higher position. He's got
I will say,
three
like,
players to
I'm
potentially
kind of
take
split
down.
on those setups
Unfortunately,
because that was kind of nice, but on the other hand, it's like
Cloud9 gonna
we were next to like the
back to
hotels and the
scoring
airport and
position,
stuff,
but
so that was kind of nice.
Pat
But
and
we were
TSM
so
play
far
more
from
for
like
players
the
at sea
food
trying
and the
to win
bars.
rotation.
Yeah, I feel you. I won't lie, I did a lot of door dashing in Atlanta.
Oh yeah.
A lot of Uber Eats. Because then it's like you get the whatever food you want and you don't have to fucking go anywhere.
Exactly.
But that shit's expensive.
No, we did that shit too. Me and my brother, DoorDashed something to our hotel, and our DoorDasher took it to the hotel across the street and dropped that shit off.
Did you have to walk over there? And
Yeah, I had to walk over there, and it was sitting there in the like DoorDash drop-off table in the lobby of the other hotel.
showing off.
Did you just grab that shit and dip?
Well, I went up and explained to the lady at the front desk because I didn't want it to look like I was just stealing. I like showed her the thing on my phone. I was like, "This is my order. They took it to the wrong place."
Bro, when I got food delivered at the Atlanta hotel, and I like brought it up to the room. There were like 2 bags right next to each other. I was like, this is me. So I brought it up to the room, and I took a peek inside one of the bags, and it was like some Chinese food, like chicken and rice and broccoli.
Yeah.
I brought that shit right back down. I didn't like touch anything. I just peeked inside the bag. I was like, oh, that's not mine.
He said, whoops.
Max damage that Tolek was putting down, TSM activating off of that, and somehow Cloud9 able to slay
Jeff,
out. And like you said,
for updates on Halo, they usually drop at like 2 p.m. Eastern, right?
Yeah, like 1 or 2.
1 or 2.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be like.
It's a pretty good trade if you ask me.
It's supposed to be like what 10 a.m. Pacific when they drop.
There's always a fun exchange for your team. A lot of confidence in him to maximize value. The camo, and I think
I was just wondering because I know there's an update coming this Tuesday, so probably gonna hop on early that day, and I'm just trying to think like I should get on at 1 or get on at 2.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like 10 a.m. or something Seattle time every time they release the
I'm sure
updates.
they'll make a post about it.
So yeah, it'll be like noon or 1 p.m. or something Eastern.
Yeah, it's usually 1. I think it comes out at 1, and sometimes like the weekly will like come out later or some shit, like an hour later.
Okay. Bro, you just made me realize I haven't done challenges, and I don't remember the last time I did my challenge.
I haven't looked at that shit since like year 2.
I haven't looked at it since year 1. I
don't remember the last time
I did all my challenges like the first week that Infinite was out because they had that sniper skin as the weekly reward. And I never did it again, bro.
Yeah, there was that one Bulldog skin that was really sick in year 1 as well.
Yeah, I did that one.
Was the snipe skin the purple one? Or
no, it was like that black.
It was like black. Yeah.
Oh, I remember.
Boo Boo Doo tried to reposition himself for that sniper.
It was like
good skin.
Skins for it in the beginning.
That will give TSM a control, and I believe it also gave Drunk a sniper to work with. Now this could be Cloud9 feeling the pressure.
And then I think every single one after that was like an emblem.
Really alleviated so much pressure that TSM.
Yeah, the rewards definitely went down.
And I'm pretty sure it got to a point where like they stopped doing emblems and they started just doing like the armor emblems or the vehicle emblems.
Yeah, because they're trying to like spread their resources out. They're trying to use some of them as like Twitch drops and stuff, I'm sure. Dude, it was crazy to me that they brought fucking Granular to the Kason event.
Dude, I didn't even know that. I didn't even get to get it.
No one's gonna be able to
Wait,
get
really?
there in time.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
Oh, shit. Well, maybe they'll bring it back for another tournament since they already used it.
Here, but surprisingly,
I mean, they probably will.
They're ready for the rotation. Cloud9 working on that flank.
Challenges used to be the only way to finish a battle pass. That was so bad, dude.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't
that.
career XP or XP for even completing games until year 2 or 3, right?
Yeah, it was just like score, right?
Or well, like, not even the career XP, but like, I'm pretty sure in order to get any XP, you had to complete a challenge. Like, you didn't get XP for like winning games or completing games.
That's crazy as hell.
So in order to progress on your battle pass at all, you had to complete a challenge.
TSM, they're known very much for their rotations. They're gonna
forgot about that.
Around on Alpha. Drug gets a kill while doing so, and Septify force.
The game changed a lot over the years.
I was gonna say how it still don't feel like it, but how crazy is it that we've been playing this game for 4 years?
TSM once again.
Yeah, I mean, well, we're in the 4th year.
Yeah,
we're on our way to. I mean, we're 3. You might as well round up. We're 3.5 years.
I mean, because it was what October,
November 2021 is when they shadow dropped the game, even though everyone knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah, we were pissed because we were all out of town at Tyler's wedding, and they dropped it a week early.
Bro,
and we were like, what the fuck? We were like racing to set up
you guys load-
Xboxes in Dallas's kitchen and shit.
I was gonna say, did you guys like load up at?
Yeah. We set up like a little makeshift LAN setup. And we were playing in Tyler's or in Dallas's kitchen that weekend. That shit was crazy.
See TSM clearly just hit the rotation. They say you go A, we go C. We're gonna try to keep the perimeter opposite, right? They're gonna keep one player that pivots over at B, try to hold them off, while the other players will play on that opposite perimeter. But Cloud9 maybe a step too fast this time. They're able to catch that player playing that pivot position at B. And
Blow up a Banshee with 3 frag grenades, dude. Was it that easy back then?
On either of those perimeters now, and C
You used to be able to blow up a
away,
Banshee with like
BC
3
control
frag
for Cloud9.
grenades,
Quick
but
break.
nowadays I feel like 3 frags would do nothing to the Banshee.
Well, I feel like the Banshee was like weak as hell when this game first came out, and then they buffed the shit out of it.
Turbo buffed it.
Better watch out.
It's just been
rushed
godlike.
that bad before?
But it is Tolic that gets away with the
I didn't play
What?
BTB that much in the beginning.
I didn't play BTB like at all at the start.
Yeah.
It
Because
just,
it was
it,
broken. BTB
I
until there
feel
was
like it had way
career
less health.
It's even.
Wasn't BTB broken for like 3 months?
Yeah, well, yeah, because the random drop thing was fucked.
Like
That no, but like connecting to a game, wouldn't it give you that like bug when you're
The
trying
first
to connect
update
to
for
a
Oh,
game?
yeah,
the
you're
first update for
right.
Infinite was for BTB.
Yeah.
So it was
Oh
like the
my
biggest
god.
Charlie hasn't exactly been converted just yet.
And the skewer worked, bro. You used to be able to like 2-shot a tank with the skewer.
Yeah.
Making an absolute play. Septify gets himself a cleanup.
That's what I'm saying. And like the Banshee used to be paper, bro.
Alpha belongs to them. Now they're
They need to nerf the tank, bro. That shit's annoying as hell.
Shit is bad, bro. I tried playing the BTB refresh and I got that Flood Gulch map, and it was literally just Scorpion versus Scorpion. That's all it was all game.
Dude, you can't move on that map.
Well,
Yeah, because you're just getting spawn killed by a tank.
And that was the thing with the drop rate shit in year 1 with BTV too, is that like the random drops could fuck you, and you could end up like the enemy just gets 2 tanks and you get 2
Oh yeah, the
mongooses.
vehicles were random. I forgot about that, bro.
That shit was crazy.
Back-to-back Scorpions, like, bro. holy-
TSM down, but slowed down. I don't think finished right now. They're still looking
You just
for
be
these
shit out of
kills
luck.
and trying to make more happen.
wouldn't
They're
even
gonna win
mind
that
if they just
rotation
took
at
out
C, and Cloud9 will have to
Same.
settle
I
for
actually,
A being their
I
new
know
home.
that, I was gonna say, I noticed like an unpopular take, I guess, by the player base in general. I just, yeah, I don't fuck with the vehicles, bro.
There needs to be like a BTB light mode. Like just add
Yes,
it in,
bro.
I agree.
add it in the,
BTB
like,
Light, where it's
game
just
types that
like
you can just pick
Mongoose.
if you want to just play it.
turns that
Yeah.
into a double. He wants Alpha back.
That would be nice. I would play
TSM take
BTB
that
again
lead,
if they
but
did
just
that.
for a second, Cloud9 able to regain it.
You know, and it's like one of those things. It's not like people are forced to play. You just add it to the game. list.
Lixthal.
Did TJ just do that?
if
Yeah,
you
just
don't
like, I don't know, throw it in squad battle or something.
TSM, they go all down.
My God.
The trip cap's coming in.
Yo, Lixthal just pissed on that guy.
Yeah,
Y'all
you
see
saw that play?
TSM needed those wins.
Bro, I didn't mean to derail the combo, but
Yeah.
Lethal did that fucking sprint strafe shit
The
mid-fight.
jab
and-
step, bro.
Dude, fuck the
Yeah.
combo, bro.
Shit was gross. He looking 18.
combo, I'm good.
Game type.
Nah, but for real, like, bro, I would definitely play
I
BTB
think,
again
I
if
think
there was a
Louis
light
knows
mode
what I
where it's
want.
just
I wanna
like
see that
Mongoose
lethal
and maybe
play
like
on
maybe a
replay.
Warthog.
Are you
Like,
kidding me?
yeah.
What did he
But like
do
that's actually a really good idea for a playlist.
Such a
Like
nasty shot, right? We
BTB or
saw
like
a
squad battle
very
size, you know, like at least 8v8, but you have it on like maybe smaller maps with like less vehicles or no vehicles.
Need something,
Have those
bro.
fast-paced ass games.
The rest of his team's at C.
That'd be
need
fun.
If he
something.
doesn't get this, then TSM, they're gonna spawn in his position, and they're gonna have that AD fill. Him versus Tolic. He's down to half shields. He's down to 1 shot. Looks one way. Boom.
Yeah, give me the replay.
Oh, just catches him nade throw.
Ooh.
Man, that Tolic has to be disgusted by that. Wow, Lethal. Well, great timing to catch Tolic. I mean,
This brother's 47 years old.
About just closing that space, right? This is such a crucial kill.
36.
The only way you lose that gunfight is probably by throwing a nade there, and you see how
Insane.
devastating it was. Now they don't have that expansion at A. That's so tough.
Yeah, I think he thought Lethal's only chance of surviving was to sit behind that pole for a second, and he thought maybe he had that timer to throw that grenade there. and force Lethal out into his reticle, but I think Lethal made an even better play of that.
Who do we think has this one?
Hesitating for a quick second and then
I think we might be getting a game 5, low key.
If anything, Tolly just wasn't prepared for that timing.
I think I'm feeling Cloud9 in this one.
Maybe he
What's the next game type?
Aqua
Bomb.
Sit behind that pole and get his shield back at least for like a split second sooner. But
I'm thinking game 5, low key.
Yeah, I mean, like you
That's
said,
what it's
sometimes
feeling like,
it's,
bro. I'm
what-
just
do
getting
we
that
know
kind
what
of
game 5
energy
is?
from this
making
stream.
the play awkward.
What
Like
map it
that's
is?
an awkward challenge for Lethal as well. But
I don't know
the
why I want
timing
to say
is
like
even more
Origin
awkward for
TS,
Tolly,
but I
right?
could be
And
wrong.
You see
I thought
That was game 2, right?
Oh, okay.
Probably like
Probably
a Streets or something.
They're up 2-1 in this series and are just one game away from going to grand finals.
Loving this. See some more replay on here, but I'm also loving the fact that Cloud9 are coming out swinging. Like, there's questions on what was going to happen after Manny left his roster, but I mean, Lethal comes in,
I feel
and
like
I think he's just been excellent. He's been exactly what
I know this
Cloud9
isn't
were
correct,
looking
but
for. Like I said
it feels
before,
like all
he
game 5s or
complements
game
his team
7s
so
are always
well.
like
What they're
recharge
trying
your
to
streets.
accomplish, you know, the timing,
Yeah.
the space, the pace that they're looking to
I mean, there's
play,
definitely been
and
Origin
Lethal
game
couldn't
5s
be a
recently,
better
like
Definitely
even
correct.
at like the
What
Kason
about
land and
Solitude?
stuff.
The game 7 was a Kali as well.
Bro, I feel like we see Solitude so much less now that well, actually no, it has
I
King
feel
of
like
the
we
Hill
see
still.
Solitude a lot.
Dallas. Like, I'm actually legitimately afraid.
I feel like that's such a
But, like,
common
not
like
as
game
much
2
online.
pick.
Dude, man, I really believe in this roster. Meanwhile, TSM, I think they've impressed me so far.
Dude, remember-
today.
We used to see
And
it
they're
a
very
shit
remember that
ton when
one-
it had 3 game types.
Remember that one game we watched active? He was like blazing.
I'm so excited.
Was it
for
game
Red
5
Bull
Solitude
back
TS
because
that
these
one
teams are
tournament?
very
Eli?
close to each other.
The
and,
flow state one?
The one where he's
we're not
fucking
even talking
tweaking?
About, what the Europeans
Yeah, he was
Him and
glazing.
Tools?
Make the situation
Dude,
mixy. Like,
and we were
Cloud9,
crying
They
laughing.
gotta get past the 2 teams ahead of them.
I forgot
and they
who
might
he
have
was
sights
glazing
on
that
how to
tournament.
get to Sunday and
Dude, do you
formulating those
remember the
plans.
game
Lethal
5?
been
Was
making
it
a big
Pit
change for
TS,
his team,
bro?
made
The
a
game 5?
critical play
No, the game 5
to
was.
win
I
that
thought it was
last
Solitude
game. He's
TS.
working on
Oh,
the
was it
opposite side.
Solitude? I know there was definitely
Whoa!
a game 5 Pit.
He
Pit
ninja'd
TS
himself.
as well because he ninja'd himself.
Like trap card, I guess, Tony.
There was definitely a game 5 Pit TS too, because I remember Septify hit like a snipe in a game 5
Oh yeah,
Pit
that was
TS.
during the same stream. I think
Yeah,
that
the
was
Tools and Active were freaking out.
Because I remember somebody G slid off training to like sword ramp.
Yeah.
Might have been like Septify or some shit.
But yeah, I do remember the Solitude one as well. He's in full flow state! Dude, we were crying. Dude, it's like the most tense moment of the tournament, and we're crying of laughter because of Active.
Was it was it when SSG got
They're gonna
upset
have a
by
second
King
to
J's
wait
team?
for
I
all
forgot
4
what their...
players to be up. And
That sounds
that
right,
bomb's gonna
actually.
be ready to be pushed in right after these slays.
Was it Diagram that he kept like glazing or some shit?
It was Diagram,
Yeah,
bro.
you talking about that LVT team?
Yeah, I think that's
Dude,
what it was.
that's what it was.
That's
bro.
why he
When
was
teaming with
glazing.
Yeah,
I
it was-
forgot.
Because
it was literally
LVT picked them up for the
LVT
event,
team.
and then they beat SSG in pool
Dude,
play.
he was glazing so hard that event.
Oh
my
God.
What event was that?
Dude, that was a while ago.
Dude, was that the same event that? Yeah, you said where they beat SSG in Game 5.
Yeah, they beat him in pool play.
Was that the moment that he was tweaking when they beat them in the pool play Game 5 and King J stood up waving?
Yeah,
at
King
him?
J was waving goodbye in pool play.
And he kept screaming Diagram. Dude, you had me crying.
I forgot about that, bro.
There's no second chances here. They must finish this game to force a game 5 and to keep their tournament hopes alive.
Dude, I gotta go back and find. Dude, what event was
This is
that?
a dangerous combination if you are a C9 fan.
That was like 2023, right?
It was, yeah. It might have been like Fort Worth or something, low key.
Drops that bomb just to make sure he finds a weakened player.
I can't remember.
Takes down 2
We gotta
by
find that
himself
fucking
there.
series. It's gotta be on YouTube somewhere, bro.
It's there. It's out there.
Don't we
It's
have
definitely
clips
out
of that though from our stream? Like, cause we were watch partying it. Where you were and I was chilling in here with you or something.
I can
remember
check
that.
clips of my channel. What would I even search? Search for? Search by title. Let's see. Flow state. Let me type in flow state.
Or active, or search active or something.
When you're
bro.
playing this bomb type, it's really about
Active.
attrition. You have to keep your numbers alive for much longer than the opponents while you're in that base. Your life just is so much more valuable.
I think we were
than,
both watch
than
partying that
necessarily the
event.
kills that you're getting.
Lead here for Cloud9.
Diagram. No.
Not able to survive over
I don't see anything, but it's out there somewhere. We'll find it.
It might be in my channel, bro. I think.
Members from TSM
check.
Oh, where is it?
low ground, and because of that,
Sep with the
ends up getting
tripski.
a triple kill, finds all the weakened
Why are we looking at the
He's
ground?
not done just yet. Goes in for
Oh!
Be right back 1 second.
breaks that man's freaking ankles.
Oh!
He's not done. Who lets this man get the thrust? Whatever you do, TSM, don't let him get any more thrust.
That's
Oh.
fearless. Septify, he's feeling.
That brother was slipping and sliding.
A little bit of an overeat. He kept pushing the hallway, and he felt invincible. He said, "There's nothing that can take me down." I don't blame him after getting 2 kills like that.
Septify, not only showing that he can clean
You said
up the
Septify
easy
fucks?
kills with the active listening, but then the 1v1 looking very good. And notice that TSM 3 down still. Every single spawner that comes up is sent right back. But finally, Druck and TSM able to make a move here and able to stabilize just a bit, or at least get the bomb out of their base right as camouflage is coming up.
And with that, Cloud9, they don't really have any angle to help stop Camo, at least for now, and see them 3 down. TSM, they're gonna opt to run this bomb as fast as they can. Very delayed onto that Camo push, and it will be Druck that gets it 30 seconds after it's come up on the map, and even then, he gets this for free. Wow, TSM, they did a great job of just focusing on those slays first, understanding that Cloud9 wasn't gonna get their chance, and this could be a clean bomb arm if they can take down Boo Boo Doo.
Oh no.
Big if there, huh?
Oh Jesus Christ.
How did he do that?
Let him know. Let him know. Boo Boo Dooba with the body disrespect.
That was fucked.
And now pushing up over on the util side.
Yo, let's go, Fiber.
Listening to this.
Oh, it's cracking, brother.
Takes down the one-shot surprise. Talik was able to get that kill without trading out there, but he's obviously happy with that one, and so is Sab with that nade placement going down. Green gun out here for Sab as he applies.
That's the most
pressure
disrespectful
to
shit I've
TSM's
seen, bro. I
utility.
can't even lie.
Into this back base, and there's just no one from TSM here. They're all on that P side, and Sab's new combo gonna let him know that he's coming, but you still gotta dodge the green goo. Not able to do so. Sab not only gets that kill, stays alive and keeping that bomb forward. This is dangerous. Cloud9's in position. One player in that back base. Are the nades good enough? No, they're not gonna get the kill. TSM stuck in the fridge. That bomb is armed, and they're up 2-0. TSM on their last life.
Cloud9 have been playing absolute incredible Halo. They want to make it into the
Damn.
grand finals here and are simply playing like it. Sab 13 and 8, 8 assists to go along with it here. Lethal trading out his life brings TSM 3 down once again. Bomb sits towards the mid map, but not for long because Cloud9 are on it. And Druck says, I can't sit back here. I need to get back on my side of the map. We're about to lose. We're about to get
Oh, what the fuck?
No one got him.
GG.
3-0. Cloud9. They're gonna go on to the grand
Yo,
finals.
Lick still look goddamn 19 on the map.
Okay, you blinked, you missed that last score. Cloud9 looking absolutely strong and take down TSM to move on to the grand finals. That was incredible from Cloud9.
What is that?
Being down a team
C9
like
Incognito
TSM
Grand
was
Finals
looking
now?
Great today, but they just found their way with TSM here, Tony.
Yeah, it should be. Pretty sure.
I mean, they really did. I mean, obviously, game number 1 was fantastic for Cloud9. They started off the rip, taking over. Both snipers, complete control, but even going into a game type like Stronghold. And TSM, they were normally heavy favorites in that game type. That was like the exact game type that TSM wanted to see against a team like C9. And C9 showing that they can beat you at multiple different facets.
Boo Boo
of the
just
game.
pissed on
I
them.
thought it was excellent. Losing the Slayer, I thought was a little bit scary for Cloud9.
How
That was
unfortunate.
a quick game. What the fuck?
How unfortunate.
3-0?
This tournament,
Yeah, Boo Boo Thanos snapped.
He did what?
He Thanos snapped.
Well, Tools, I don't know, when do you think the turning point
He just
was
ran their
here for
pockets, bro.
Cloud9? Because there was a moment in time where the series was tied 1-1, and then there was that game 3. Game 3 in live fire strongholds.
Lethal, right? Lethal getting
All right, so Cloud9 goes on to grand finals
strongholds
against
Talon,
Incognito.
Yes,
was really
sir.
backbreaking for TSM because
Can't
it was
believe
back
we're
and
already
forth,
at
and
grand
you
finals.
can really
That's
say that
fucking crazy.
TSM
I know,
was
bro.
about to find
I was
themselves
pissed
in an
yesterday.
advantageous spot, right? When Lethal goes
I
down,
get up yesterday and I
in
ran
that
around.
game,
I did some errands and I did some chores and I
then
took my girlfriend to work. I came home and I went and got set up and went to hit start stream and that shit. I pulled up the stream and that shit said, "Thank you for watching, bro. We'll be back tomorrow." I said, "Huh?"
Damn. Did you watch the VOD though?
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it. Yeah.
Now they can really start working in tandem, having dynamic play.
It
They
pissed
force
me
them
off.
over into
Cherished
those,
in the chat
into
said,
those
"Boo
dummy
Boo just went
spawns.
crazy. Gotta
Very
tip
easy to
it."
get up into that trap,
Yeah.
but you saw TSM
Crazy.
didn't have a chance
I was gonna
to
say,
compete.
Cherish
crazy
praying on the
against
TSM
TSM,
downfall.
gotta
And, almost in the
Yeah.
same vein, Boo Boo Doo that double kill into the. We saw a little body disrespect after. That's because he knew how big that kill was, and that stopped TSM from having a surefire play.
Damn, someone just gifted
He
10
knew
in his
they were
stream.
at that moment almost guaranteeing themselves into the
Hey.
grand finals, and that's where they are headed to go up against Incognito. And here's that game 4.
Yeah, I mean, look at this, right? This is looking surefire. Then Boo Boo Doo gets those kills, right?
You
So
gotta-
TSM in a
you
really
gotta
strong
get that
position
kill.
there. Boo Boo Doo gets that utility spawn. He stops the original plant, but then the follow-up, right? Oftentimes it's about the execution after the initial big play, right? You stop the first bomb arm. What can you do after? He gets those kills, and
Licks
then
the
that
lead blocking.
facilitates their next actions. Cloud9 gets the next plant, and then
I like this Cloud9
I think
team, bro.
TSM was a bit reeling after that. It was just back-to-back. Like you said, blink and you miss it. That third arm came right in.
Well, the grand finals, it's Incognito versus Cloud9. I'm really curious what your thoughts are, you both of you. Again, on this matchup, Tony, let's talk about Incognito.
I mean, yeah.
Is there bracket resets on the show? Like they don't do that bullshit where like.
Nah, there's no
Yeah,
more
there's
bracket
no
reset.
But I'm happy that we got it. I think it'd be good, really good.
He said they don't do that
playing
bullshit,
for
right?
TSM,
Bro,
really
I
good
hate when they
playing
do
for
that because then
Gen
what was the whole
G.
point?
What's
of,
the
like,
fucking point? Yeah.
Incognito, absolutely
It should just be a
fantastic.
single
Let's not forget
elim
that
tournament if there's no reset. bro.
Right.
Winners bracket finals has some of the most exciting games
They did that, what,
that
that,
we've
K-Sound?
seen.
The K-Sound event,
Yeah,
yeah.
K-Sound event did not have a reset.
Semifinals, but it was
I mean, that's
It was
literally
kind of. I
that's
feel
what
like
Formal
it kind of
tweeted
built the
afterwards.
storyline for.
Oh no, it did for
Arlington
Arlington
even more though.
because they were literally
It did, yeah.
they were evenly tied in map count, and Shopify won the tournament.
Yeah, because it was back-to-back Game 5 series.
Yeah. So they won the exact same amount of maps, but Shopify won. And Formal literally tweeted that after the finals. He was like, I don't know what the fucking point of the winners finals
I've been
was.
mistaken for I've been mistaken for myself. I've been
Yeah,
mistaken
what is the
for
point of
two.
going through winners
Yeah,
if you don't get an
we
advantage?
look like brothers. Yeah.
Well, not Tony. Tools.
All right,
Let's talk about Cloud9. We just saw them.
They're probably gonna take a
win
few
an
minutes to
incredible
set up the
series
grand
against
finals. so
Yeah,
I'm
I was
just
thinking
gonna-
it's blinkers.
Little stretch break,
Incredible.
bathroom
But
break,
now they
water,
are
all that
going
good
against
stuff
Incognito.
before we get
Heard,
into
Chef
grands.
D.
Yeah, this is.
I'll be back in a
this is
few minutes,
interesting,
boys.
right? I think a
How's
lot
it go,
of
bro?
people made their bracket predictions coming in today. I don't think many would have had Incognito in this spot, but I think Incognito is very happy with how this roster is looking right now. We saw Yaxon come into chat right
Also,
after they
damn,
won
bro,
the
nobody
winners
responded to
final, and he
Fiber's
said,
message.
"Shout out
Nobody
to
fucks with me
Reclximer
or
for
Eli.
giving
That's
me one of
crazy.
the best players of all time, right? Precision, he won the MVP award in Gears of War. He is a fantastic player, and we really are seeing him come to life on this team. And
Yeah,
we'll see
Chat,
what's
did
enough to
Precision
push
win
him
events
past,
in Gears?
Cloud9
I knew he was
in
like a
this
pro,
grand
but did he
finals.
win
I'm
events?
very curious to see.
They
how
said he was like
this,
an MVP and shit.
this reattempt from Cloud9 is, right? We saw a 3-1
Was he like that?
in the winners semifinals to get them into this position.
Well, I think this is the perfect chance for us to remind you that it's not only snack time. I don't know, maybe you get some drinks and water, some soda for the grand finals, whatever it is that makes you happy. Exclamation mark merch in the chat. It's also a perfect time to click on the links that we have for you to support LVT Halo and help us provide you with more Halo coverage, specifically also at LAN. We had, just an hour ago, we only had 29 t-shirts remaining, just 29. I'm not sure if we've sold more than that since then, but that's all we have left, so don't miss out. This is the LAN
LVT shirt is
exclusive
hot as fuck.
Gold edition LVT. This is all we have left, so go ahead and pick one of those up for yourself before they are all gone. And also don't forget to buy your team passes for DreamHack Dallas for the Open series. It's May 23rd to the 25th, and the team passes are now live, so go ahead and pick those up and make sure you do that on time so you do not miss out. We're gonna get ready for the grand finals here. It's Incognito versus Cloud9, who sit at the very end.
All I heard about was all your love, wrapped in lies. Oh, showing off, pretending to be nice. All I heard about was all your love, but you crossed the line. Oh, but I got no heartache, heartbreak, grief about you now. No, I will keep dancing, I will keep dancing till the sun comes up and I'm running out of luck. I'm going until dawn. I will keep dancing, I will keep dancing when the game's still on and I'm all the way in for more. Oh, I will keep on dancing, dancing. Tomorrow I will see you on your knees, begging, oh, I need you. Look at me, we could bring us back. Don't tell me how you feel, it's your regrets. Wrapped in lies, oh, 'cause I knew you would do it, mess up all again. No, I will keep dancing, I will keep dancing till the sun comes up and I'm running out of luck. I'm going until dawn. It's funny how the world keeps turning. Stars like ladders in the sky keep burning, burning. It's crazy how the storms keep raging, and I'm here trying to keep my heart from aching.
This music kind of fucks. I'm kind of vibing, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, I appreciate everybody chilling today, man. Appreciate all y'all vibing with us for the tournament today. We're gonna get into some grand finals here in just a minute whenever we get started, but I appreciate everybody chilling. Hope everybody's doing well today. Hope everybody's vibing. Hope life is treating y'all well today, man. Let's have a good rest of our Sunday. How about it? Bro, that's what I said. No way, both chats left you hanging. That's fucked. Alright, let's hit the Pine Park before this series gets started, mate. Oh, now they back on this fucking song again.
In the hills, I ain't got no service. In a white hood, I don't fuck with the Ku Klux. Old girl got mad and she switched up. So I went ahead, got me a new one. Down bad, so I had to move up. Old one like, hey, what you doing? CA plates in different states. Okay, she's like how I'm moving. Step to a bag, better get with the movement. When I move, you move like that. Do more, get more, say less. So fall low, don't miss no stare. Speed up now, catch your breath. Good vibe, good drink, no stress. Out of town, no GPS. In the hills, can't call, can't tag. In the hills, I ain't got no service. Too high up, I don't think I heard you. Head high with a bird be chirping. Going full speed in the freeway, swerving. In the hills, I ain't got no service. Too high up, I don't think I heard you. Head high with a bird be chirping. Going full speed in the freeway, swerving. Swerving. But I can't pick up. Locked in, my mind's encrypted. I secure the bag like lockbox. In my zone, I can't hear much. I don't flex, I just finesse. Make more wanna come around last. Out the way where I'm too next. Out of time, can't call, can't text. In the hills, I ain't got no service. Too high up, I don't think I heard you. Head high with the birds be chirping. Going full speed in the freeway, swerving. I ain't got no service. Too high up, I don't think I heard you. Head high with the birds be chirping. Going full speed in the freeway, swerving. Swerving.
No one wanted one, Fiber. I'm sick. I'm sick to my stomach. The fact that no one wanted one in either chats is actually insane. Also, chat, I don't know if you can see, my camera was blocking it, but the lobby is full. The lobby has been built. And Fiber really is the GOAT. Absolutely crazy. It's good house. What's going on, bro?
It's grand finals time here in the NA.
Let's go.
DreamHack qualifier, and it's Cloud9 Incognito who sit at the very end of this bracket. Both teams have already qualified for pools. Now the results of this series will determine which pool they go into at the DreamHack Open. Tools, Tony, we have to talk about who and what players will matter in this series.
Yeah, I think right now I have my eyes really on the Slayers of both teams, right? The players that have been coming out and performing today. Septify has been just unbelievable in his performance this year. These are the stats from HCS Arlington. Obviously, this is precision from another team, but when I look at Septify's stats, it's been showing out. He has really taken that next step as a Slayer for his team. I think it's going to be up to precision from Incognito to sort of meet the moment, right? Shut down the Slayers on the other side. I think it really is going to be a battle between some of the main Slayers on these rosters.
Tony, what do you see here from Septify's side?
I mean, yeah, I've been saying it for a really long time. Even going back to season 2, going back to season 1 when he was on Fnatic, man. Septify has been that dude. He's really good in the Slayers, as Tools mentioned a few times and whatnot. But just overall, like, he has a really good feel for the game.
Hey, he said I'll take a Glaze sub. Yo, Fiber with the gift of sub to house. Thank you very much. Fiber much right as always. My fucking dog.
Again, he
love that shit. Love that shit.
That's one of the reasons
Welcome to the Madhouse.
has such large KDs.
Welcome to the Madhouse, Fiber.
The team as
House.
Then. We have
Excuse me.
Cloud9. They have brought in
Fiber with the gift of sub to house. My fault. I'm off the cart. I'm off the blinkies.
So
shit, Jeff's playing Elden Ring. Oh hell!
I'm fucking locked, bro. I didn't get this on stream. I'm still playing this out.
Wait,
this shit's addicting.
You finished the DLC
on
stream?
It's gonna be so interesting because it's like on paper.
Dude,
right?
you're cracked. Last time I tuned into your stream,
you can play this shit so many times over and over.
When I tuned into your stream last time, your character looked like Guts, bro. He had the big ass sword.
Oh my god.
Big two-handed.
Wait, bro, I just got back. Did you say you're playing Elden Ring, bro? Bro, you are an animal, brother.
Bro's built different.
I beat this shit twice on stream and I'm playing this shit again.
Oh my god, he just played it on the side at this
point. Wait, did you
bro.
start another new file, or are you just running around on your max character right now?
I'm on my max character.
Dude, that's probably fun as fuck once your stats are all up and you can just run around frying
with a
shit.
different weapon.
Yeah.
Bro, it's like a whole new experience with a different weapon.
Didn't you have like a butter knife before, bro? Or something?
Dude,
like a plastic one? Like
I had a butter knife
for
the first
picnics?
boss. Oh my god.
But you got that boss's weapon. I
Fiber
remember you
for
were
real.
just farming that one boss so you could get his weapon.
It's a rematch from the winners bracket, but new stakes on the line, and at this point, it's all about stepping up, putting your best performance forward, and that's what every
I did beat the first boss with it though.
In this lobby does.
Yes, sir.
It's gonna be an exciting one, Tools.
This is a this is like a banger map set. This shit's gonna be quick.
Recharge, Stronghold, Street Slayer, Aqua Flag, Live Fireball, Solitude Slayer. Yeah, we might get a bracket reset, bro.
But this is a bang out ass fucking map set.
The teams outside the top 4 and like
Shit's gonna be
Viber
fast
said I
paced.
watched half an episode of Naruto and no one said anything. Oh shit! Wait, how far into Naruto are you, bro? What arc?
Conversation with how they've been playing today. I'd love to see if they can
You're like, yeah, I'm halfway through the first
finish
episode.
this series, and I'd like to see it.
Episode 1 out of 1,000.
Contender and not to be.
No, I won't lie. I pulled the stream up on my phone while I was downstairs, and I saw Fiber said that, and I saw no one had said anything, and I was like,
That's what, bro. That's what I was sitting here talking about. I was sitting here yapping to chat. I was like, bro, nobody in either chat. Nobody wants one.
That's why I had to type
chat
something.
open. I was just locked in on
Yeah, it makes sense. I was like, Jeff didn't type nothing. He was probably fucking doing iframe rolls, trying to fucking live.
Who was absolutely
Frame 1 rage outs.
Dude, imagine we just hear a glass shatter in the background. Wait, I gotta send Clay that clip. Did you? Or maybe he already saw it. Here, I'm gonna send this to you, Clay.
Word.
This guy's reaction when the Lakers got eliminated. The glass shattering noise is literally iconic. It sounds exactly
you're gonna
as
think
it
Stone
should.
Cold Steve Austin's about to pop up on stream when you hear it.
Destined for greatness. This team should be making deep runs in qualifiers, especially when
Oh, yeah,
teams
let me
like
see this.
the SSGs and the Optics and the Shopify Rebellions aren't involved in. Like, this team should be in this exact position in the R right now.
I'm laughing and I'm
happy
not
for
even
this
watching it, bro. I can
Incognito
just like
roster,
imagine it.
But mind you, Cloud9, they're in that same exact conversation,
LeBron.
The glass shattering sound effect. That's some shit out of a Lego game.
Dude, the Lego game, bro. That's hilarious.
Oh my god.
For real, they should take that clip and put it into video games and shit.
Oh my god. Bro, the despair in his voice.
LeBron!
LeBron!
Side, it's Piggy that's gotten away with the
Spite was saying ooh woo, so I got scared and came here. Oh no, what the hell happened to our boy?
Yeah.
at the same time as Alpha switches, and they're going after Charlie as well. What an early
Oh no, we're worried about him. Is he okay?
Welcome to the grand final, C9.
He's cooked.
Yeah, Sav. I mean, that was actually a huge kill from
Oh,
Sav
no.
on the Descendant. It's gonna at least.
Why is
got him.
Monk
He's
actually
finally
different?
broken.
Farming these bosses.
He
Holy
saw
shit.
Septify and Lethal's rotation. He's gonna call that out for his team, and that's gonna stop.
All right, game one, grand finals.
Finish developing. Boo Boo is able to
Jeff's in his own grand finals versus the Elden
Facts.
Ring boss. Cloud9 and Incognito are in a different grand finals.
Incognito have been dominant to start.
I'll just send one of the bosses to the
here for Incognito, and you're not done. Precision.
Are you about to bracket reset, or did you go through winners?
They just got
Oh,
out
no,
of
this
long
shit
ball
was
in order
flawless.
to Charlie, and you already have Precision
Not a
and
single
Jackson
map
and the
drop.
rest of Incognito attacking.
He going for the dream.
This is a different pace being played by Incognito on Recharge Strongholds.
The trip cap
Flawless
is
victory.
in once
Some
again.
MK shit.
Cloud9.
Bro, I thought Cloud9 was gonna piss on them. This was a good start for Incognito.
On the board. These next few plays going to be crucial to at least slowing down the pace of Incognito and Piggy not trying to give up anything for free, using that Shroud Screen hiding within the Shadow Realm, and it works perfect.
Yeah.
The assist comes
Oh yeah, do we have passion comms?
You gotta see
to
this.
stay alive, but I don't know if there's much you can do.
This is
He
the
at
best
least
stream
gets a
of the
trade.
weekend, bro.
All right, let's see.
Tony, it's all Incognito to start.
Yeah, I feel like I gave Cloud9 their flowers for being TSM on Strongholds, and obviously
No shot.
Wait, what's his
This
shit?
is passion.
speed that Incognito coming with. This
It's
is
just Yaxon, Y-A-K-Z-N.
about to
Bro.
happen right now. Finally, they're able to at least stop the scoring, but Alpha changes hands at the exact same time as Charlie, so Incognito is still scoring.
But dude, watching it like this is actually kind of hype, though. I'm not gonna lie, this shit's kind of lit.
Right now, you cannot sustain any action if this is gonna keep up. And Cloud9, they're spawning and are in fights within seconds. It's devastating to try to.
Wait, no way. What the fuck?
On the mental to be spawning up and instantly
Bros,
in that gunfight.
Yo, why is there a house phone ringing in the
By the time
background?
they stabilize, we could be seeing this game
Wait.
That's Nate shot.
200 to 0.
That's Nate shot calling.
Moments.
Bro, he got a fucking ring noti too.
Wait.
You can hear the ring, the move
Bro.
notification.
Does slow his roll.
I have your swing.
Bro, it's too pixelated.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead.
Yeah, sometimes it's laggy. I was watching a few times. The shit was fine.
2C,
But...
2C, live. We need
Dude, the fucking phone ringing in the background got me, bro. Like, was that an actual, like, it sounded like a landline.
That's a landline, bro.
Top A. Yo, bottom A.
This is so
it's
fire.
too buggy, bro. It's making my eyes tweak out, bro.
Yeah. Wait, is he doing that? Does he just have no other way to stream, or is he doing that to like monitor cam, or like
I think he's just doing that to just to do it.
just to stream? There's no other way to stream.
He's not losing any performance on his PC.
No, he's
Facts, actually.
He's done regular streams before. I think he's just doing it for the content.
That's insane. What a legend.
To break, but notice how
Maybe
Sam
someone
was able to take down
gave him
a player in
accusations, dude.
precision.
Right.
And Sam also gets a stick on Descendant, so just like that, Sam disrupting the setup for Incognito. Is it enough for them to take a base?
Did I switch to LVT's POV and they got Yak up on the screen? Oh, damn. Well, they were on his POV. It was just funny to, like, swap from his stream.
Oh, I thought you meant they had the iPhone shit.
Nah, that would have been funny as fuck. We got a live listening, and then they pull that up.
Let him A!
They passed the 200-point threshold. Cloud9 is just running out of time.
Send him with the trade out there. Jackson, shock rifle out, but Lethal will survive. Some great shots.
We gotta go to his stream really quick if they win. We gotta see if there's a pop-off.
Dude, facts.
You gotta go towards the end of the game.
And
He starts getting hyped.
also not able to get involved. Lethal is shooting.
This is, hey, Cloud9. It all starts with a little momentum.
Imagine.
Right? Just a little bit.
Oh my God, Boo Boo has one.
They could get this this snowball to turn into an avalanche. This trip captain quickly.
Okay, he's got
out of hand
two.
If they're able to find the correct kills. The first comes in for Boo Boo, and Piggy
Make it
is
3.
able to get it secure, but it costs his life. Cloud9.
I'm like, wait a second, bro's about to goose.
260,
Damn, everyone on Incognito got 10, bro. 10s across the board.
Attacks Bravo right now, but you notice he's kind of surrounded here by multiple members of Incognito from the C side to the A side, but ignore him. They're actually attacking tower to C. They want the Alpha
Interesting.
Charlie for now. Descendant doubles back and eventually is able to take down Septify, and just like that, Incognito right back in control.
It's been very efficient from them. They have not let Cloud9 like really get that big momentum swing. They've had moments where they've scored, but it's just been that moments. Incognito, they've been in control. And I mean, look at the kills. Right? Everyone's within one of each other.
All right, I'm going to the Yak POV.
Parts shared here. Everyone
We're getting
is
close to the
rising
end.
to the occasion.
Same.
Bro, he just hitting the vape when he was dead.
C jump.
I love that.
That's how lock is, bro.
C jump. I'm dead. There's
That's
a
a
guy bottom
C9
right or something.
vape.
Triple stack or some shit. Camo bottom right. Yo, I'm getting in red. I'm in red. Yo, red top.
Oh no.
Top red one. Go play. I still have you. Ballage.
All right, never mind. A little early.
Ballage. grapple, Jason.
True gamer Penma during death cam. Yeah, it looks like a jewel pod or
So they're
something
gonna need
though,
a
bro.
little bit more firepower.
Sabinator was looking more like the Terminator right there, terminating the enemy squad while Descendant takes his
Oh,
way
trip
over
cap
to
cheese for
Bravo.
C9.
Septify was able to
Psych.
grab a hold of this shot, but Incognito scoring once again is going to be real bad news here for Cloud9. Septify knows he has to make a play and win a piv at the same time and is not able to do so. Jackson survives. Piggy with the cleanups. He's watching Jackson's back perfectly from the B box side. The bait was serious.
Yeah, Jackson played that.
Good fucking game.
Looked right at the phone. Good fucking
Nice
game.
fucking game. Just looks back at the phone, bro. That's so funny, bro.
There goes the vape again, bro.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, I don't think I should have hopped that. I'm not gonna lie. If you guys.
That's good stuff.
Much, and Piggy isn't just being sneaky and hiding on that P box, cleaning up both players and what it just. I thought it was just excellent by Piggy and Jackson just working together so well over toward that back battery side. And you see plays.
Bro,
like
Jackson
that,
looks
always,
different in
that
luminosity pic, bro. I guess that's what the hair looked like under the cap.
Right there, just staying alive, working off your teammate. That's just
just the
I
look.
wonder if they kept the luminosity. Like, are they gonna be luminosity or?
And Piggy both
That's a good question.
That luminosity roster.
Or did they just sign him for that one event?
Almost in a deja vu situation.
I just love the look back to
earn
camera.
themselves, right? If they win this game, they earn themselves the 5th seed. That's the seed that they had going into Arlington.
That's a cursed seed right there, brother.
Hey, start throwing. Turn off the controllers. Like, get the mouse and keyboard out. We won number 6. We don't want 5.
I mean, we joke about it, but I mean, guys, let's not forget Luminosity, number 5th seed going into Arlington, ended up not winning a single series and ended up in 16th place. Even the team that made it out of the open bracket, which I believe was Ether Gaming, correct me if I'm wrong, who ended up beating them out in pool play for their spot. So, you know, obviously Jackson and Piggy are no strangers to being in this position and grabbing, you know, a high seed. But now my question for them is, even if you're able to win this, what do you do with it? Whether the 5th seed or the 6th seed, I don't give a damn. I want to see you do this stuff on land. I almost cursed, my bad.
Well, they're still 2 games away from securing that 5th seed. I'm sure Cloud9 has some response.
Looks
here
to
in
my
the
goat.
center. They're getting about to a pretty great start.
Ooh.
3 go down. Jackson will be that last player alive, and Sab has a clear target in mind.
Okay, yeah.
But Sab caught out by the first spawner. Descendant came right off commando spawn, grabbed that utility, got the kill, and now the situation's completely turned. The Incognito have a great chance at this camouflage that's still down in the middle of the map. Descendant versus Sab, 1v1. Camo gonna go to Descendant.
Oh!
It's Sab's to take.
Bro, he thought he was in the clear and Sab came fucking zooming around that corner, bro.
Force pushed his ass on Star Wars Day.
Dude, doing that shit on May the 4th is wild.
Crazy.
Well-placed grenade. Descendant cleaning up the pieces, and Boo Boo Doo tries to get out with his life, but
This brother got the Tron pistol. What is that?
With the shot, it don't matter. My man is just doing.
What the hell is that?
Staying in the back, ready to take this
Oh!
fight against Lethal.
All right.
Laid out, bro.
Yo, Lixtel is beating ass in this game.
Gets the kill, and
That brother's throwing
eventually
hands.
traded out, but that's close quarters engagements against a sidekick. Great win right there from DJ.
Switching over toward Descendant.
Nice team nade.
Tries to slow things down, but Septify catches Precision gets there just a second too late, and although he gets 1 kill, not able to take down both. Notice a camouflage is about to come up over on the mid-map. Lethal, bit of a prediction grenade. Sab set up. Cloud9 want this camo.
And 15 all, this camo could be the big swing in this game. Septify on a quick flank. There's 2 more to deal with, but the support was there, but there just wasn't enough firepower. Sab will be last alive. His job, ate the camo, but that might be
She's
too much
very
to
gorgeous
ask
to
for.
me.
I don't think anyone had the expectation of Sab seriously stopping 3 players from grabbing that camo and getting away. And the damage, Tony, it's starting to unwind. This is bad.
Dude, that's
for
like one of those
Cloud9.
memes that like.
One of the 16
Like I'm not a meme type person, but that one when it came out,
out his life.
sure it's
With
good.
That shit's undefeated.
Off of the map there, Sab goes right after Precision.
That one and the chill
Earns a
guy,
stalker
man.
rifle
Shit,
for
insane.
his trouble.
Dude, the chill. I literally
love
listen
that
to the
one.
chill guy song on repeat anytime I shower, bro.
Right,
No
catches
joke.
that player coming off.
That
for
shit's
these.
vibey.
Those are the kills that
That should
Cloud9
be it,
desperately
bro.
needs, right? The
Yeah.
easy ones. Players getting caught on their rotations. The places where you have guarantees.
That shit do be a
If
vibe.
Cloud9 can start to stack those up, Incognito, their lead is going to dissipate.
Double push on Incognito towards his back A side.
Dude, it's hot as
Navigates it
fucking
pretty well, and Sab cleans up the last
I'm sweating
player
against
here.
these fucking
I think Jackson
bosses.
is just hiding in arcade, just kind of waiting for everybody to pass him, but Lethal spots him out. The remaining 3 players now stuck over towards Subway. Sab understands the assignment.
I don't know what it's called, but I know what you're talking about, Fiber. The like space mind blown one.
Dubu gets a double kill, and Cloud9 just turn things around like that.
Dude, isn't that from like Tim and Eric?
I think you might be right.
He saw that the challenge was against Descendant, dropped out. He knew that challenge was coming. Like, Descendant's never going to disengage from that. He set himself up for a perfect pre-aim, expecting a hyper-aggressive
Bro, that show
challenge
was
and
crazy.
Punished Descendant on that overextend. Great play by Sab, and he went on a monstrous run. He's 10-5, double positive in a crucial moment as Cloud9's regained the lead.
Less than 10 seconds do we see an active camouflage coming up. Piggy wants to get into a more stronger position, but it is just too little too late. Cloud9 slay him out at a
That was a crazy route to take with that camo.
Yeah. The patience too to wait till all the way till he gets to PD to pop him.
Are falling around him, which is going to be really important here. Sab still wants to get value. Could it be a back smack? No, it's the split second too late, and still his teammates are staggered at the moment. Incognito bring us back within 1 kill.
Oh, the team nade. Oh. He made so many plays just to get team naded.
Yeah.
I got team naded.
They still got 3 dead, but that sucks.
How about that legend team nade though? That was
I mean, that's all time, yeah.
49-49.
49-49.
Hall of Fame team nade. 49-49 game. Was it 2?
It was game 2, yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say if it was game 5, that is historic.
But they lose game 2, which makes it 1-1, and then they win game 3. So they would have 3-0'd, and they end up losing
and then
in
they
game
ended
5.
up losing the series, yeah.
And now we see Boo Boo Dubu and Sab.
But they still won the tournament.
I mean, they made the fucking the run from losers 1, bro. Reset the bracket and
Losers won
everything.
all the way to bracket reset. 4-0 bracket reset game 7.
Hardest way they could have done it, bro.
Bro, this process, like Jeff said, is gonna go crazy.
Oh, it's gonna be a movie.
Dude, when it comes to that
Especially-
legend moment where he says, "We're just being tested."
Yep.
That shit's gonna
But
be
especially
like
the build up to it, like they get to show all the second places and all the heartbreaks, and then there's all the drama at the Kason land and everything leading up to it.
Edit that out.
That might be
That's
enough.
like places in
Pressure with that. It's 2 down for Cloud9. The last 2 are taking the challenge. This is very aggressive, and Tony, my concern is they're being this aggressive while camouflage.
Dude, it's funny that Kason went. He hosted that land, and then he's been ripping Pokemon cards like crazy lately.
I know that brother. That brother just kind of bounced around doing whatever.
He was chasing that Umbreon, bro.
30K?
Dude, I saw people in his chat, like, they were like, this man spent 2 mortgages on Pokemon.
Hang on a second.
He's actually go a complete center route. Piggy's like, where the heck did Sab
Hang
go?
on a
Sab
second.
went center towards
Wait,
tires,
what is
and
Cloud9 doing?
You see him running away from the rest of Incognito.
They're throwing.
Wait a second.
48-49, 49.
Wait a second. Oh, he stuck him.
Oh my god.
Wow, is that icy or not?
What the
Holy
fuck?
shit.
Incognito kicking themselves. Septify's nade just saved the game.
Oh. I don't know if that's icy. I actually have no idea. Because they almost threw.
Maybe light ice?
Light ice to save.
Light ice?
Yeah.
It's that crushed ice, bro.
Yeah, that Sonic ice.
I thought that was Incognito's game. I honestly thought
All right,
this was
1-1.
going to be 2-0
Getting jumped in this
Incognito,
fucking bitch.
C9 doing the damn thing.
Septify's been clutch all day for real. He's doesn't get enough credit. I've seen him hit many like 49-49 snipe headshots.
I was gonna say, is he online Thanos?
He's good on land too, bro. He's nasty.
Oh yeah, I don't say that as a roast.
Oh no, I know.
I just mean, brother might be Jesus.
This camo was the opportunity they needed to make a comeback, and you saw how him being in that forward position gave them a great shot. But it's just that nade that comes out.
We have a series.
Very end. And Cloud9, I think they're counting themselves lucky.
Bro, this shit was goofy at the end.
That was a
Oh, they're not gonna show it again.
situation that they
Goofy
were in
ending,
that
bro.
made from Septify.
Bro, did Fiber
just
ever
enough.
answer what part of Naruto he's in, bro?
I said fuck you, dude.
Dude, he egoed me like chat egoed him when he tried to give a gifted song.
He said, now you know how it feels, bro. So what part of Naruto are you on, bro? He said, shut the fuck up.
He said, fuck you, buddy.
Fuck you and Naruto, buddy.
Cloud9 getting there first. Will it be again where we see Incognito take the rest of the games, or maybe this is Incognito shifting momentum in their favor? Capture the
What?
flag, Aquarius going to be our swing.
He's rewatching for the 6th time?
It might be time to log off, little bro.
It might be time to
you
watch
know
a new anime.
Wait, you know there's clips on YouTube.
Bro, there's other anime, bro.
Like, you can see Madara on YouTube, bro.
I understand like 3, maybe like 2, 3 rewatches, but 6? Not let him cook? I mean, I'm not hating. Naruto is a generational, amazing anime, but like 6?
To watch 6 times?
You didn't tap out at 5? Like you said, I got one
That's
mo in
6
me.
times seeing Sakura do bullshit? Oh my god.
How many episodes is that shit? Is it one of those crazy
canon
ones?
Episodes? Canon episodes are probably like between 300 and 400.
Like 400 in the OG or something like that.
Are those dates good enough?
720.
if you count ship it in as well.
I see.
It's not gonna be enough out of this.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, okay.
So you made it
20 canon episodes now?
They've scored first. And it's within the first 90
Between
seconds
OG
of
and
this
Shippuden,
game.
I think so.
Incognito, man, they
So,
are
brother, have you watched all the way through 6 times? You never tapped out at like 7:11 or 6:59 or some shit?
Watching One Piece right now too? Wait, how many times have you watched One Piece though?
Yeah, it's actually.
Tell me you watch One Piece more than one time.
Yeah, if it's more than once, you're banned.
Taking the weak side over on P, that's gonna force Incognito spawning on utility.
That's a bit of an ego from Sab on that challenge as well. He was mid-map, came off his spawn, just took the fight, and from lower position.
Only on episode 90.
Only 90.
So you're telling me you've never watched One Piece through all the way once, but you've watched Naruto 6 times? What the hell, bro?
You gotta put Naruto on the back burner, bro.
Like, dude, is bro's whole room just
90,
Naruto themed?
If I remember, that's like in Alabasta, I'm pretty sure.
Naruto tattoos. He's got the fucking Sharingan in real life.
Camouflage denied away from Cloud9.
Oh!
Yeah, I think 90 is Alabasta. It's like right before. Is that right before Drum Island? Or right after Drum Island?
Forward, right into the hands of a trap. Incognito left down. Lethal and
I don't know.
forward.
I don't know nothing about anime. Is Naruto fire?
The spawners will be coming up for Cloud.
Oh yeah, it's good.
See Incognito just flying through the middle of the map. It's a wave of red that's just.
If I ever got a glass eye, you bet it's gonna be a Sharingan.
That's like at the end of Drum
They're having
Island.
to work back towards their side, right? That pressure from Cloud9.
Drum Island is all the way to
keeping them in
91.
check. They're not having as much freedom.
Yeah,
as
you
they were having
you're
at
right.
the
My
beginning
bad,
of the
Fiber.
game and getting into Cloud9's base.
We're just trolling.
You good,
Fiber.
dog?
All
You good?
We're just giving you.
Nah, fuck that 6 times. Nah.
Yeah, beat his ass actually.
I felt like they just bullied
Jump
their way
in.
into that base, Tony. They're not stopping. They're sprinting.
You watched
forward on
Fairy
their
Tail
spawns.
4 times? Sheesh.
Game in a couple
No, I
Wasn't
watched
it
Hunter x Hunter
Hassan?
like 8 times, I'm pretty sure.
Didn't Hassan tell us that Fairy Tail is really good? I think it
Yeah,
was
he likes
Hassan.
Fairy Tail.
Game slows down. Septify has to completely
You watched
get
Hunter x
out of
Hunter how
time,
many
running
times?
away from one fight,
Like 7 or
sends
8
it right
times,
back
but
in another.
6 of those times was like with somebody different. Like I think I've seen it alone like twice or 3 times.
Mid-map lately.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Picky that's waiting for that action.
I think Hunter x
Once he
Hunter
feels
is one
safe,
that
he's gonna go.
I could, if there were gonna be one I could rewatch that many times, it would be Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah, it's just like 148 episodes isn't that bad.
I was gonna say, isn't that one like shorter?
It's a bit shorter. It's
I
still a
wouldn't
long
say
anime.
it's short, but it's definitely short compared to like a Naruto or a One Piece for sure.
I feel like, I feel like as somebody who's like not into anime, I feel like I hear that one recommended a lot as like a beginner.
It is a
anime.
really good beginner.
I think a good beginner one is like a
Sits down on the mid map,
Oh,
almost able to
One's like
keep it alive
60-ish.
as
Full Metal is one of the best.
Or if you want something
Justin
to
really
just
likes
get
Owens.
straight into it first episode,
He's actually gotten not only down to the car one side, but towards the yellow util. This flag could be going in, Septify with the shots.
Oh my god, he got that.
Dude, what?
What a play by
Piggy has
right? He got
camo.
that flag touch, but at the same time, he had picked up camo, so now he's running around with camouflage in this on this
We need a
map.
Piggy's POV.
So they
He
have
has
a little
camo.
bit extra to go with. Cloud9's got to be concerned about where Piggy's at right now. He's sitting on that.
I think the angriest I ever been at some observer shit was when they switched off of Frosty's POV
On the pit?
Yeah, when he got a no scope overkill because they had to show the
That was
flag going in.
fucked.
Not only getting the kills, but another
That was
pull here.
fucked.
And if they
Let the flag go in, bro. We need to see the overkill.
I get it. You got to show, you know, context and continuity for the viewer. Like, they have to understand what's happening and shit. You got to show the flag. But nah, bro.
Yeah, but the casters would have told him, like...
And by the way, that flag went in while he did that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All chaos on that car side. You see
That
that?
shit
Pulled
was
off of
fucked.
a no-scope overkill.
All I know is I remember
Sick.
after that moment in future tournaments, they had like a little square that would pop up that would show the objective player.
Yeah, that's
You know
when they
what
started
I'm
doing the
talking
picture-in-picture.
Yeah.
Like, we not gonna let that shit happen again.
all of utilities cleared out. Meanwhile, Descendant going right through the middle, able to take down one before going down himself.
Actually, that makes
kinda what I
sense now,
figured,
Fiber,
Fiber.
because he's probably watching it in the English dub if you're doing that.
He wants to win one piv because he knows that.
Because, like, but also with a lot of my favorite shows, like, that's kind of how I watch them. Like,
Takes down Sab, 3 down, go Cloud9.
just kind of have that shit on in the background.
Commit to it. He knows that final player could be anywhere.
They did get that util block out in time, so all the players from Cloud9 spawned on that fridge. 3 of them gonna hit the OE, one's gonna wrap to the back, and they are winning their gunfights. It felt like such a slam dunk opportunity for Incognito, but as
Damn,
these
slam
players
dunk.
go
Now they're
down,
making anime
there's a
references
real
on the
concern about
stream,
a
bro.
counter opportunity, and that counter opportunity is starting to be realized. Cloud9
That's one that I need to watch.
How can they finish the rest of the run?
Oh my god.
Plasma pistol
He only
spam.
gets that trade because he has that nuke combo out. He can punch faster than the player with the bandit.
Beautiful green gun play coming out of Piggy right there. And largely because of that, they are able to get the return Jackson and precision now.
That makes sense,
To run into a
because
bit of a
Naruto
2v2
has a good dub,
scenario.
too.
The cleanup goes down for Descendant
Yeah, it
onto
does.
Boo Boo Doo, but Incognito go 3 down.
I haven't
on
watched that
push.
one,
Cloud9
Panda.
successfully
Free Rin?
fend
Is
them
that how you
off.
say that?
A lot of times we're seeing Cloud9 just hit
Solo
splits.
leveling
They
10
are
times?
flying on these overextends whenever they get the chance, but that's the thing, they haven't had
Still though,
too
you
many
watch every
chances
solo
at
leveling
doing just
episode
this.
10
Septify
times and
into
you're
the
still
base.
only,
Jackson's
what,
the
in like
first
the
target. That
200s
was
or
the first
something?
kill to at least try to get something forward, but look who Piggy. Now Piggy has been living back here. Cloud9 needs a big.
Bro, I swear last time they were on Piggy's POV, he was doing this exact same run, bro.
Consistently back there, pulling the flag and making life.
You just dicking around in the
chaos
base.
for Cloud9.
Oh!
1v1 battle goes
Dude,
down.
Descendant's nasty, bro.
Shots from Descendant leads to
I remember at Atlanta,
That was crazy.
I like, when I saw him in person, I was like, good shit this weekend, like, you were fucking frying. It's like, good shit? He's like, bro, we got top 12 or something like that. He was like, he was like, what do you mean good shit? And I was like, nah, but you individually, like, you were frying.
Descendant is flying in and punching in their 3rd flag cap. 3-1 lead for Incognito.
It's just been they've been able to execute. In the
Does
base
everyone
of
play
Cloud9
trigger
a
zoom
little
now,
bit
bro?
Too much, and we'll just keep an eye on Piggy. He's been clear on his place on trying to get back into that base, getting into those flag pulls, and because they've had that forward momentum so often, they're getting the flag pull as they get that first kill. Right, they're accelerating the clock to those flag runs, and it's been effective.
Shit crazy.
This camouflage, Cloud9 are allowed to take space at the moment here. A little over 3 minutes on the clock, so enough time to cap 2 and maybe more.
Boo Boo has
Cloud9
camo?
put Incognito
That's a
3
cap.
down. Boo Boo Doo lags behind with this
Their mind
camouflage.
precision's in their
Watch
base?
for the spawners and the
My God.
overextenders. Nobody really there. Jackson does make it towards P. Boo Boo Doo does find an easy kill onto Piggy, who is really mad at that one.
Pigs aren't known for they can smell really well. They don't know, they're not known for their eyesight. You know, it's like
No.
You see a shimmer, it's just a mirage. You know? Just let it go. They're standing.
You've always played trigger zoom,
shoulder
Panda?
to shoulder there, Tony. And Fortunately, Piggy just did not spot the camo, and Boo Boo will.
I guess a lot of people in like Halo 5 really started to play it.
Advantage here for Incognito. Lethal final
But
player
I don't.
alive, left on
Was it even a
Cloud9.
thing in
Although
like
they are
past
fresh
Halos?
Off of a cap, Incognito in their base. Incognito have actually already pulled the flag, and Lethal can't even find the one-shot descendant who refuses to go down in action. Yaxon getting into the mix.
Yeah, but that flag is cool. It's
Oh my God, that back
through
smack.
it. Yaxon gets the easy back smack. Is there anyone from Cloud9 to stop this? Precision's almost all the way home. There's nothing there. It's almost too easy for Incognito, and Precision's lighting up the kill feed. He's 24 and 16.
Damn. Yeah, Precision's frying.
He's been incredible all tournament long. Like legitimately, he is looking like the same Precision that was brought over to Complexity, that was brought over to Sentinels last year. The man is the real deal. Precision looking like his old self. Meanwhile, Cloud9 still down by 2 caps, less than 2 minutes on the clock, trying to get that flag towards the util side, but Incognito, they got their number.
Shit.
Yeah, Yaxon's gonna be able to clear it. This is, I mean, you're running out of time, right? You only have less than 2 minutes to get these flag runs through. Incognito, they no longer have to play this overextension style. They can really just start playing these ratty corners, letting Cloud9 push into them and trying to find easy kills, though. 2 flag captures is very much possible in under 90 seconds. So
I gotta put the AC on, bro, before I start
not to get too
breaking keyboards and shit.
All
right.
Septify, right? Look how he wrapped back there, Tony, to check where that rat corner is. He's
Precision just got another double,
changing
bro.
his gameplay because he's thinking, hey, these guys are gonna get a little bit more defensive in the end game.
Another 3 down here for Cloud9 is ultimately not what they are looking for. We're less than a minute on the clock now. Cloud9 needed that cap and more. Things are looking quite grim here for Cloud9 as time is just simply a commodity they can't afford to lose.
It just keeps slipping away, right? The sands are falling, and I think right now Incognito might be ready to go on a little celebration lap. Just
I got the AC buff.
You've really shut down the door of opportunity.
+5 composure.
Cloud9's trying to force it back open as Sab pulls it out to the P side, but spawns come in, and now things are starting to just be too desperate for Cloud9.
Cloud9 had to try something. I mean, literally at this point, it might just be mathematically impossible here. This is going to be a 2-1 series lead for Incognito. Again, they're the ones coming out of the winner's bracket. They're the ones with the added luxury of only having to win 1 series.
No
while
way, he just did
Cloud9 still has to reset it. Well, now Cloud9's have to pull off, I guess, a gentleman's reverse sweep here because they're down 1-2, 1 game away, multiple getting second place in this qualifier.
What oddball, right? And I mean, we saw so far the what the teams had won in the previous series, I believe, is still true. So remember, we had these teams played each other once before. It was a 3-1 in favor of Incognito when they played on the winner's side of the bracket. Incognito had won the Strongholds in a similar fashion. They did win the Slayer, so Cloud9 changing things a little bit, but I mean, so far it's been looking to range true, and look at that Precision, 31 kills to his name, but look at the assist of Yaxon and Descendant, man, that's crazy. 16-14 apiece.
Yeah, and this is the type of team that he loves. You know, the players putting down damage and just great call-outs, great communication, so he can find himself in a great position to just pick them off like fish in a barrel. This is exactly what Precision wanted, and this is what he got. Incognito are looking fantastic. Like, good isn't the word, great isn't the word. Incognito right now are looking like what we expected, like the complexities to look like, the TSMs to look like.
No shot.
What even the Cloud9s to look like. You know, going into Dallas, if they can keep this same energy, watch out everybody in the venue.
Yeah, I mean, so far, I think Precision's been such a big add to this team, right? He's obviously facilitating a lot of slays for his team. He has a 1.25 KD in the tournament today. A 1.25. Man has been slaying. And then the other piece of the equation that we haven't really been talking about has been Yaxon. He's been so consistent on his damage output. He's been averaging over 5,400 damage a game throughout the tournament, and you see it right there, 7,500 for his team that time around. He's been a big part of what's been activating the team. So despite Precision having the highest KD, we look at the KAD, it's actually Yaxon in the lead. So 1.79 in the tournament here today.
And it's funny too, because I looked at Jackson's damage stats, and you think like in order to get that consistent damage, you think he might be taking like a lot of like bad damage in return, but no. I think his damage differential has also been extremely good, so maximizing his damage output. But as far as receiving the damage, like he's doing a great job of putting himself in great positions, putting down those shots. It doesn't matter whether he gets the kill or his teammates get the kill. As long as the net positive for the team and they're able to activate and play through
This
that,
guy's a beast, bro.
that's Incognito's game, and this is what we wanted Luminosity to play like on LAN. Right now, Incognito are doing so, and damn it, I'm gonna go out and say this could be even better than what we've seen Luminosity look like online last before Arlington. Excuse me, sorry.
No, I never really felt like we saw Incognito at this level, or not Luminosity at this level during the online sprint before Arlington. Like, this is Incognito looks great, and obviously they added 2 players that are making a big difference to that team, right? You added 2 of the high flying slayers in the ACS and Precision and Descendant. They've clearly been making life a lot more fun for Piggy and Yaxon here today. Like, it feels as if these games have been pretty easy for them, right? Like the objective games that we saw, like it wasn't really in question who was going to win them. Cloud9 has been struggling on treading water against this consistent all-out attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. When obviously Complexity didn't have the best time before Arlington. They didn't even have the best Arlington, to be honest with you. But I've always been a huge fan of Precision, and when they dropped him, I was still shocked that they ended up dropping him. But it was a move that ultimately Complexity had to make. Things just for whatever reason wasn't working out. But Precision jumps on this roster. Jackson is loving it. Descendant is loving it. I promise you, Piggy is loving it. Precision brings a level of firepower to this team.
There's no way on God's green earth.
Players that are willing to do dirty work. They're willing to do objective. They're willing to put down damage and get those assists. And you have a great formula for success here with Incognito. It's a great blend of slaying power, a great blend of objective. It's everything that a winning team needs. And I know we might be maybe overglazing a little bit, but I'm liking the way Incognito is looking. And the reason why I put so much weight in this is because I also love Cloud9. Like, and they're right now winning 2-1 here in the grand finals, and this could be 3-1, very much how we saw in the winners bracket semifinals.
Lethal just won a huge fight, right? Able to take down that sniper despite being down to 1 shot, and not only earns them that sniper to their possession, but also the camouflage to help that ball on rotation. Now it's just down to hitting the shots, and Lethal not letting us down.
Body shot coming out there. Sab hops right on that ball, and it looks like Camo and Sniper still a dangerous combination, especially in the hands of Lethal. 2 pieces, 1. Good damage on Precision. Smartly just bags down, allows his teammate to finish off the kill, and 25-0 run for C9.
And so far, I mean, this has been a completely different C9 team. They're handling the pressure Incognito so well. And did Lethal clip both of them on that?
Kind of looked like you hit them both there. Yeah.
You see the damage start to be acted upon. Septify and Sab clean up those 2, and Boo Boo Doo Boo will keep the doorway closed as the next player goes down, and that's clean. That's Incognito are getting ripped apart on these pushes.
And again, this is the reason why I was so big on Incognito and what they were doing, because I know how good Cloud9 are. They're this good. When Cloud9 are firing on all cylinders, they can look dominant on the map right now. 57-0. And again,
really good start for them, bro.
That's why I was giving Incognito their flowers.
Oh, we'll see how far Incognito can take this ball rotation. Sab just trying to keep his forward pressure, and Piggy ready to take that fight. He knows there's 2 that can push him now, and I'm surprised if we see Incognito maybe work on a quick rotation. Cloud9's way overcommitted on this nest side. If they try to hit a quick route out after these kills, they can find themselves in a great spot, but they're gonna go out for the all-out fight, and Precision's just winning it. Oh my, that's his 8th kill. I think he just wiped him just almost by himself, cleaning up all those 1-shots.
Yeah, toward the tail end of that, we saw him in a bit of a 1v2, and he somehow still looked comfortable within that fight. And once again, Incognito on the ball, but Sab comes in with a sneaky play, steals that ball, throws it off. You get no time here, Incognito.
Yeah, after that, you see a player, they clearly have a goal in mind, right? He was never going to try to get that kill. It was get that ball off the map and slow the momentum that Incognito's getting, but I don't know if it was enough, right? They still have the camouflage. They're still winning these ball rotations now. They're going to be able to get a nice chunk of time here, and all that work that Cloud9 did early is in danger of slipping away, especially if the sniper went to their possession, but just winning that fight in time. Boo Boo Doo gets the first to his name and a sniper to work with.
57-35 lead here for Cloud9. Dubu taking an immediate center route, a direct route right towards Piggy and Incognito to get the ball out of his hands and also finding the kills necessary. They're going to hop right on this good objective time past that ball, which where the player who doesn't have the sniper, Boo Boo Dubu, has some heads to take off.
Boo Boo Dubu very comfortable with the sniper. He'll take his opportunities when he gets them. Usually you see Septify being the player that has that power weapon, but this time it's going to be Boo Boo that gets his choice. And he is dead consistent with hitting those no-scope body shots, man. It's fun to watch, but looks like Piggy was able to snuff it out. And honestly, Incognito, they're not losing any numbers on this push. Cloud9 needs to start equalizing some kills.
Less than a 30-second lead right now here. Cloud9 still have the advantage. Meanwhile, Precision 12-4 at the moment. He's gonna try to play forward, try to find out where Cloud9 are pushing for. Cloud9 are patient.
Holy shit.
Whoa. He turned the corner. He saw three players flying with each other. And it is chaos over at screens. Boo Boo Dubu, though, making the most out of it. He was able to stay alive. It's 3 down for Incognito. And the last player is going to vacate out. Sniper still in Cloud9's control, and they're still only 20 seconds away from winning round 1. It's Sab. Oh, there was no hesitation on that shot.
Oh my gosh, Sab precisely dissecting Incognito right there. Beautifully played, and that's what Incognito kind of Cloud9
that brother
really
was
known for.
hitting
you know,
at
they
no
will
scopes.
Sacrifice timing. They want perfectly timed pushes, even if it means waiting and being patient with it. But here come Incognito. One kill may turn to more, and may turn to a camouflage as well.
Dangerous moment. Oh no, Boo Boo and Sab go down, and Lethal, Septify, they're gonna have big work ahead of them. Although they have a good chunk of time to do this, they know that camouflage is on the map. The ball is very far away, and Incognito are set up. This has all the makings of a run.
Lethal, surprised he stayed alive as long as he did right there. Camouflage still in their hands right now. Piggy on the tower with that ball. And Jackson has a very important responsibility of clearing out the tower side, but the nade's just too much. 3 down go Incognito. That ball does not make it off the map.
That's going to be the first round in the bag. Incognito going to spawn way too far away, and that check nade, right? That pre-nade on the camo made all the difference. Once they got that kill, the rest of Incognito just fell.
All right, C9 takes round 1, bruh.
Through to that finish line. We saw Incognito with moments of
we might be getting a game 5.
But nothing topped this. I mean, whew, this shot, the confidence, boom. That's clean.
Round 1 to Cloud9. Step 1 done to sending us into a game 5. But can they do it once more? Lethal once again with the sniper, but this time taken down a little bit earlier here. Descendant and Incognito controlling the strong side of the map, and Piggy absolutely turning on Sab.
Sab put that one out of his mind. That was a pretty brutal bandit there. And with that, everything going right for Incognito. They're going to get sniper, camo, and ball all at once. And Descendant could really put the hurt onto the initial spawners. Boo Boo will not go any further. Lethal, who just gets around the corner.
I'm telling you, man, Descendant's point of view is one of my favorites to watch. Even right now, you know, 6 and 8, obviously not the best score line ever, but I mean, the man is not afraid to take a fight, but also knows when to put down damage and to stay alive here. Lines up that sniper. Trying to find the 2-piece here. There it is. 3 down, go C9.
And that ball hit a rotation towards B while they're getting all those kills. They are starting to really
That dead body went
They're going to
soaring.
force out dummy spawns and let Descendant try to snipe the cross onto the tower. The Incognito is really playing adaptations well, and they maybe pushed a little bit.
That was almost a collat.
Who cares when you have angles like that with the sniper? Pop goes the weasel.
Set that body to Forbidden.
A hell of a lot of damage.
And that to me looked like a quickly. It looked like a headshot on the first and a body shot on the second player for Descendant. That was interesting. Meanwhile, Incognito 65-0 run right now. This is a lot different than we saw in that round 1 from C9.
I like it when they run into the wall. Hey, hide your Spartan just a little bit more if anyone's ever wondering why you're sprinting your way into a wall, but this is completely different, right? We did not see this version of Incognito last round, and this is what we had seen in the previous objective games. Like, this is the start of the strongholds. They're gonna shut them out. Septify can't do anything to help in this spot. He's by himself, and that's it. 100-0. That's the response that Cloud9 was not expecting.
And that's one way to steal momentum right there. This is what I'm talking about. Look. Headshot, body shot. That's a quick.
That should be a headshot. I don't know how that one didn't go through Lethal's skull either. That quickly written all over it.
Oh my god.
Oh, jeez.
Descendant comes out swinging here in round number 3, fresh off of a dominant round 2 performance, and they ain't slowing down. Another 2-piece, and now it's Descendant making sure this green side is clear, and he knows the rest of them are pushing Camel side.
You might as well hit the 360 at this point. This is montage clipping from Descendant throughout this game. Camouflage still up for grabs, but I don't think Cloud9 feels one bit safe if they know that the sniper's lurking over it.
Descendant baiting out that camouflage for a bit, but sniffs out Lethal on the flank. Can't exactly find a headshot. And mind you, Ball is here as well, so they might be able to work in tandem, work together to clear Lethal out on the seaside.
Camo push him off.
Oh
my god.
For Septified, coming with the double, almost turns it into a triple action. Jackson barely staying alive.
See, this is what happens at the end of the game, is Lethal didn't get a kill in that situation, right? It doesn't look good for his stat sheet, but that play doesn't even start to happen if Lethal doesn't get to that spot to pull that sniper off that angle, right? Like, Lethal's job there was to open up a gap to let Septify get camouflage. He did it brilliantly, right? He got the sniper off, was then able to stay alive and make those players focus on them to let the Camel player get up the map to eventually get those kills, and now they're going to be able to retake the lead, or take the lead for the first time in this round because of that play.
They keep whirling back and forward, trying to confuse the enemy team. Meanwhile, Descendant, it's a huge kill over towards Pillars, trying to find the kill on this ball carrier, maybe force that play ball, and looks like they're able to do it. And if they can continue to slay out like this, they can get a head start towards the next ball.
It's just going to be Sav and Septify, and they're on the other side of the map. Piggy was able to get around that corner. Despite taking heavy damages, he will be able to get a nice chunk of time, because look how far away Cloud9 is. But Lethal has been a terror. He's been terrorizing those players every time they get to that ball. And Incognito, they feel like they should have a lot more of that ball time than they do. Lethal's been critical to shutting down the effectiveness of Incognito.
Cloud9 are able to come off a spawn, 3 down, go Incognito and Septify on the ball with that QT. Meanwhile, Boo Boo Doo gets away with the camo. We see Sniper about to come up here as things slow down here for C9. Incognito are looking to pick that pace right back up.
When the series started, right, well, all the eyes were on the main slayers of these teams, and they've been popping out and performing here today in this round. Septify 23-18, Precision 27-16. They've been a big part of the success, and if Septify can maintain that pace, right, take over that main slaying role for this roster, I think that's when Cloud9 is at their best.
All right, I'm back, man. What'd I miss?
70 points here for Cloud9. just about done with ending this round right now. Incognito maybe
I'm muted. Cloud9 won game 3, and they won the first round of oddball, but then Incognito won round 2 of oddball 100-0.
Oh shit!
The rest of his team is able to get it. 85 seconds here for Cloud9. Time is winding down fast. Finally, they're able to get that ball.
Now
wait, they 100-0'd and not about to lose.
We might be getting a game 5.
So he's gonna be able to stop any sort of push towards that ball. But the shots go over the shoulders of Precision though, and this is the opportunity they've been waiting for. 2 players.
Yeah, some really nasty no scopes out of Sab as well.
Damn, I missed it all.
And Descendant. Yeah, bro, what the fuck? Imagine. Oh, did he just return Descender? Oh, never mind.
They completely rotated away. They're just a couple seconds away from winning the rounds.
Big time objective efficiency coming out of Cloud9.
Wait, they gotta go though. That's game.
That's gonna be the final seconds going here. It's not enough time.
Wow.
And Cloud9.
Game 5.
Is game 5 in his bit?
Game 5 here in your grand finals.
Yeah, my bad.
Such a crazy position, right? He just stayed there.
Sorry, y'all. I just had
to
to
take breaks.
I just had to deal with some shit for a
Once he saw
second,
an
bro.
opportunity, he
We're
threw
back.
that ball away, and Cloud9 instantly went into action. They weren't necessarily concerned with getting all the kills.
Plaza game
but rather
5.
Just putting space between that ball and Incognito. Understanding if they got around the corner, there wouldn't be enough time for Incognito to challenge and prevent that round from going their way. And they've earned themselves.
Shared chat is pretty cool.
Game 5, and
I agree.
you don't want to play Slayers against Cloud9. That's where they're at their best. This is going to be a tough position for Incognito, but they do have this loss to give up technically, right? They don't want to, but we are in our first grand finals series. It's Incognito that has that winner's advantage.
Yeah, I don't think Incognito needs to be thinking about that though. At this point, they think about getting it done right here, right now in the game 5. Cloud9 have been slowly starting to
I mean, that's facts. That's the whole point.
Latter half of this grand finals right now, and that's a big win for them in round 3 of oddball.
All right, I'm blinking before game 5.
You gotta watch
Oh, blink to that. Got the gelato. Shout out QJ Matt.
Yes, sir.
You may just be able
I got the, what is this? Venom OG.
Oh my gosh. I sent you guys a pic of the Maui Wowie too. We picked that shit up when we were in Seattle.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's what I was just looking at.
Dominant in that second round, but
Hi, Sadie.
Round 3, that's when Sab and the rest of Cloud9 came to life.
But you still,
I see you.
You still got a little stash of stuff you got in Seattle?
That's pretty much the last of it.
Word.
100 to 0.
We might have one vape that we haven't opened, but
I always try to go home with like a couple.
Yeah.
That you could see, and I guess, and now I'm asking myself, I want to rewatch it. Like, what happened? What was the difference between that round 1 and round 3?
My ass stays glued until this tourney is over, bro. That's what Common said earlier, bro. He said, I don't take breaks. He said, I stay glued to this chair until we win or get eliminated.
That's typical.
Allow Cloud9 to get that camouflage. They were finally able to get their foothold needed.
That is typical.
Momentum, because at that point, it was 128 straight seconds of ball time for Incognito, right? It was all the momentum. I mean, look at the score at the end of this game, Tony. They had more ball time than Cloud9 did as a team.
That they did. Look at the stats right now. Impressive with the kills. Impressive with the assist. KD looking decent across the board as well.
Damn, they're playing the Akatsuki music on LVT stream. You hear this shit?
And it's actually going to be Solitude as our game number 5 here. Think about the camouflage, think about the shock, and think about what these two players on screen can do with it. If Septify or Sab
my bad.
get a
Smacked
hold
my
of
mic.
that shock, oh, it's going to be bad news for Incognito.
Yeah, these are the Slayers for Cloud9. These are the ones that that you're expecting to step up into this moment and to really perform. Septify is going to have a lot on his shoulders as well. He is just known for his prolific Slayer game in particular, and I'm very interested in the battle of the main Slayers on either side.
On the other side of things, Descendant and Precision, who have been like
Honey barbecue sun chips? What?
Every time there's a
wait, those sound good.
see on screen,
sounds good as fuck.
You what?
You what?
And now I feel like this is where it's tough, because I feel like everything that you've done so far in this tournament, no matter how good you've looked, no matter how much we've highlighted you and talked about, this is the only thing that matters. It's game 5, it's grand finals, money on the line, a better seeding going into a huge tournament in Dallas.
You did what now?
This is what really matters. I don't give a damn how you performed in game 1 of round 1 and game 1 of this very series in the grand finals. What I care about is performance, timing, execution by both of these rosters.
All right, game 5, man, lock it in.
Lock it in, bro. I thought it was barbecue.
I'll be back, dude. It's unfortunate the game 5 starting. I gotta use a bad
Oh no! Hit up Twitch Mobile. Twitch Mobile. Imagine try yelling it before you.
A top performer this year so far. Top 5 KD overall at HCS Arlington. I'd be expecting to see him do a lot, but
all right, game 5. Cloud9 wins this. We get a bracket reset. Incognito wins this. They win the whole thing.
Early start here for Cloud9. Oh, Sab with some excellent shots.
Both teams have secured pool play, though. I'm pretty sure. For getting top 2.
Right.
He has a head start towards it. Sab is now going to create a little two-pronged attack.
Is there any money on the line for this qualifier, or is this kind of just bragging rights at this point?
I think it's. I don't think it's a prize pool, but I think you get like travel coverage
or travel coverage.
Like, yeah.
And in order to keep all their bandits connected.
Oh, off the weapon pad, that was sick.
Oh yeah. This brother's a nerd.
Get away. Dubu, right idea, just not quick enough to take the shot.
Roll lead here for Cloud9. Bubu takes height, and because of that, is able to find the backside of Descended.
Pause.
Start here for Bubu.
He's able to do what?
Very interesting, that double push from Incognito to get towards lift. Usually, you don't like just to send players there in the Slayer like that when it's even numbers, and Dubu was able to get right behind them, get that damage down, and Incognito, they're not even getting trades, Tony. It's just been all Cloud9 to start this game. Sab has not died yet, and he's been just finding the back.
3 players on Cloud9 have not died yet.
What a performance coming out of Cloud9 here in the game 5. They were down 1-2 in the series, and after a huge win in Oddball, sending us into this game 5 in a dominant start. 9-3 now as Incognito finally start to chain together a few kills their way.
With that shock, able to just take down precision. But those lives they're gonna matter in this game, right?
It's starting early, bro. It's starting early.
Every kill Dubu's getting here is a kill that's extra value. He should have died in that.
Darth Bubu said "fuck you" on Star Wars Day.
For his team, and I think he's quite done. Yeah, he's ready.
Am I playing later? Probably Vitriol.
To finish off this collapse.
It just depends on how long the series goes. Like if we get another game 5 after this, we'll see. But
and eventually turns into a 1v2 when Lito gets involved, but Descendant with the quick cleanups.
I think maybe some ranked or some like 8s with chat.
Oh.
Players were
hang on a second.
Everywhere to get rid of that escape. And for the first time this game, Cloud9.
That ranked squad we ran was fun.
It was. I always enjoy running ranked with the bros.
Decisive action.
Yes, sir.
Get towards that bottom lift.
Always.
Bro, that oddball clutch that you posted on Twitter.
That shit was crazy. That shit was cinema.
Be 2 players that go down.
Yeah, we gotta play more often. That shit. Oh, we always have good ass games.
I'm down, bro. As long as I'm within that, even if I hit the 1700 threshold, we could just duo queue. But
yeah,
I think it's always fun to play with 4-stack when you're playing right.
I agree.
Then at least you can talk with your teammates.
Power weapons.
Yeah, I mean,
I've been
just playing with a full stack is a lot of fun.
We haven't even seen Incognito sniff one yet.
No matter what.
And Sab's got
yes, sir. Vitriol, what are you ranked? I mean, if we end up running ranked and we have a spot tonight, we can get you.
That's all 4 for Incognito. Spawn trap is not gonna lock in at blue. Instead, they're gonna get that yard spawn. Sab was hunting that head. Fortunately, just not enough space for Cloud9 to force that spawn.
He was what now?
Casters are getting out of pocket.
I'm back. shit, Cloud9.
Nice. Holy shit, that was a speed run.
Chill, bro, chill.
Cloud9's frying, but Incognito's on a little bit of a comeback right now.
He said, "I'd be hunting head 24/7." I'm pissed.
With a crucial double kill.
The commentators, they're starting to get loopy, bro. Oh my god!
Oh my god, zombie apocalypse!
Dead! One shot, one shot, one shot, one shot, one shot, one shot.
Zombies, zombies!
You need Pack-a-Punch for that.
Not quite enough. It is trade out after trade.
Get my banner.
The score.
Reboot, reboot.
Cloud9's just been able to maintain.
Yo, buy me back, bro.
30-23 right now here for Cloud9. We're on board now with Jackson.
Oh no.
Not exactly where Septify is. The problem is it's just a distraction, a decoy for the rest of his teams to collapse on, and that's what Cloud9 have been doing all game long.
Damn, Sab is frying this game.
Sab's gonna be able to take high
Yeah,
ground.
dude. He's been
Them really
cooking.
starting to slow things down as they're checking all these corners.
And
they've really have condensed themselves. They like to hold hands on this.
They like to hold hands.
Oh, gotta get that trade, man.
But Cloud9 not really getting punished for it. For taking that challenge. If you're gonna play that tight, right? If you're gonna condense your space, the second a challenge comes out, you need to see quick, successive trades. You want to you want to have that team feel that connectedness.
37-29 lead here for Cloud9. Fairly dominant performance so far in this game number 5. And if things continue like this, we will be looking at a bracket reset. Still enough time, obviously, for Incognito to turn things around, but obviously not going to be easy. May start with the first kill for Piggy.
This camo's big.
That camouflage going to be up in just 5 seconds. Incognito. They want to get Cloud9 off this.
Wait a second.
Oh boy, they wrapped that quarter. 2 players instantly went down. Boo Boo Doobu's position.
Wait a second.
He goes down before the trade can come out.
And that's camo.
That's 3 untraded kills.
And camo.
Oh, what the scam?
Only up 3. This ain't looking good. This ain't looking good.
Back into this game, just a 3-kill differential, and they have Cloud9.
Oh, they're gonna get collapsed on.
Despite the 16-7 performance out of Sab at the
Bro, but Sab wins his one.
What?
3-kill game. Things were looking like it was about to get out of control.
Oh my god.
Here. But action, shutting down that shock rifle player in Sab, and just like that,
38-40.
It's a 2-kill game. Tools.
They think somebody's hotel.
I mean, they played it perfectly, right? They got what they needed. Those untraded kills, the camo, the shock, that's all starting to fall into their hands. This is the things that have been denied from them throughout the game. Once they got those advantages, they're starting to run free. Cloud9 in a position they really haven't felt all game. Trapped and trying to find a way to break the setup.
Precision got first pick.
With Precision getting that first kill.
Oh, shit.
Cloud9,
Oh, they didn't see the guy's bottom.
Long-ranging flank here, and he gets the first on that.
The bottom middle guys.
Gonna be able to rip apart the rest of Incognito.
Descendant gets one though. Oh shit, tie game.
Dude, Lethal's making plays down here.
This brother is slithering.
LVT in the other. This shit's crazy.
Tie game again.
Still lethal. I mean,
holy piss, brother.
Kills. That at least keeps it even for now.
Oh, Sap's
Whoa,
stuck.
he's lagging. He's lagging.
Holy shit. Oh! Wait. Lag switch 44-44? In game 5?
Someone's using the microwave?
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Oh, somebody's sister's on Netflix.
Are you still watching?
Bro, he's seeding the torrent. Tell him to stop seeding.
Oh my god.
Dude, my upload speed. Oh my god, they got camo.
Run. No, Descendant got it. He's the one with the bad router.
Oh my god.
My god, this might be Xfinity.
Sab!
Holy shit. Holy shit.
Oh, he's running. Oh my god, for the tournament.
For the tournament, bro. We get a bracket reset or tournament's over right here.
He's saying prayers to his ISP as he makes the push 48-48.
He just got info for the team. They know where 2 are, but they have to expect
my god.
Players to
oh, they're pushing yard.
My
what
god.
the fuck? He jumps in.
Everyone's one shot.
What the fuck is this?
49-49.
Oh my god.
He tried to shoot the nade.
What the hell is going on?
They lost.
What the fuck?
Precision
Oh my god!
What the fuck even was any of that?
What is that comeback?
I just go to Yak's POV.
I absolutely have to talk about
What
it.
the fuck?
Incognito secures the 5th.
Holy shit. Wow.
What the fuck was any of that?
Nine find themselves in a sticky situation. Descendant, he's known for what do we call in the business going rogue, right? I think he had great discipline here not to expose his position, but rather to play for info. Very much trying to wait for his team in a situation. I think this is a great place from him not to get too ahead of himself. And once he was here, it was just Incognito waiting for confirmation on what's happening. Checking all these corners, they got that info that 2 players are down, but it's right here when the action springs. Now, I thought Cloud9 had a big advantage.
Yeah, I gotta see this,
2
bro.
players one shot. Look at Descendant. He instantly thrusted in.
He just jumps out like a fucking maniac.
Descendant, right? He is full committed into that gunfight, but Cloud9
What the hell?
this pillar
Oh my god!
Jiggle peeked into 3 players. They're desperately trying to get that finish. They eventually do. And then what? Piggy plays around this corner. 3 players once again trying to team up to get the kill. Piggy just able to get that kill, and now it's Jackson in the back trying to say like he's one shot. Precision's flanking. He's in the driveway, I believe.
Yeah, he gets the kill.
Let's see how close was that player at the pillar to die. I mean, they are hunting him, and it's Boo Boo. Precision's right behind him. Boo Boo Doo didn't see him, and
what the
what a
fuck?
flank. That is players staying alive. Cloud9 had to be kicking themselves. They had 2 one-shots with all 4 players looking at him. That's so tough.
Absolutely insane.
What a series.
Yeah, that shit was insane.
Reel it back a little bit. Earlier in the game, it was Cloud9 who was
What the fuck?
the first 30 kill marks of this game.
For the tournament, too.
There must have been a pivotal play, a moment where it swung into Incognito's favor.
Cinema.
I mean, that
absolute
right
cinema.
there, I think everything in that series leads to that grand finals moment. And you looked at the
how much were they
what a tournament
down by?
What a tournament.
Go in there, try to capitalize
Dude,
on some of that damage with that
halfway,
clutch
no, or something like that?
was a
Like,
they were down a
play right
lot,
there,
bro.
But then Piggy's ability to just hold a disciplined corner.
Did Yak he ended his stream?
Get that first
Yeah.
kill and then
Look at the frame he ended his stream on, bro.
stops and buys time. They're weak. They're putting out shots. They're staying alive, and they say,
wow,
Precision,
bro.
this is in your hands. We're going to distract the enemy team. You have to make a play here. You have to make a confident one. Cloud9 were locked in on that angle. They thought every player was there. But remember, I think Precision might have been the first one to go down. And then eventually, he was the one to come off with that flank. I mean,
what a series, bro.
Just beautifully done.
50-49, 4-2, 2-1, 50-49.
Yeah, that was a bang out.
Absolutely. Cloud9 had the lead most of the time, and you all mentioned how they had, power weapon control and power up advantage, and there was a moment in time where they lost that. How do you all think Incognito was able to change that to their favor?
I mean, they got the 3 down at the right time, right? They were able to start forcing.
Turn the
Cloud9
fucking music
to
off.
play off their spot. I
can't hear the commentator.
It's such a big difference maker in Slayers, like taking space versus giving space. At the end of the game,
GG's, brothers. That shit was sick.
Where they're able to push on the map, and Cloud9 was starting to
I think
be
I'm out of here.
condensed and concerned about what corners.
Much love, y'all.
peak.
Appreciate the hangs.
Always, bro.
I'm gonna catch y'all later, man.
Value that Jackson got from this one. And then, it wasn't necessarily that Descendant.
Alright, shouts out to the homies, man. Shouts out to Jeff and Eli.
That denial and
Those are the boys.
that Cloud9 has to have once Camel's
But alright, man.
was really tough for them to deal with, right? Once Descendant
I believe on that note, we are going to call it absolutely wild series. Absolutely insane games.
Try to go find and rush a
But alright, man.
you have to be worried about where that
I think I'm
Camel's
gonna go ahead
and just running.
and call it a day right there. I think we're gonna go ahead and hop off. That was a fire ass tournament. Shouts out to LVT and HCS and everybody. Dallas is looking like it's gonna be fire, man. A lot of new fun roster changes, and obviously we got to see the follow up from the fallout of the last event. But yeah, good times. happy Star Wars Day for those of you that fuck with that shit. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. I got some shit to go take care of. But I will see y'all again. I'm not sure, either, I don't know, graveyard shift tonight or maybe tomorrow for a normal stream. I'm not really sure. But either way, I love y'all. I hope y'all have a dope rest of y'all's day. Y'all be safe, and